Hello? Hello, are we back? Have we made it? Have we survived? Did we live? We're back? Did it split the stream? Are we dead? Are we dead or are we alive? Are we living? Are we living successfully? Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, why does this happen? Well, I got the same like weird encoder error again. I think it's just CPU being, we overloaded the thing. We overloaded the thing and we fucking died. It's, you know, it happens. It happens. Overload death. It can happen. Is the stream, are we active? Are we active again? Okay, did it re-ping? Okay, are we fine? Okay, I think we're, oh no, we have to reconnect other things. Is that not working? We are so fucked. Well, I control C out of the this thing.
First blood.
Thank you, Stanislav TS. Also, thank you for the follow. I had to control C out of this thing. Sound effect was enough. Yeah. Are we? How dead are we? We go over here. Are we major dead? I don't think we are. Oh, our OBSWS died. Yeah. F5. Refresh if you died, :3. I'll be back later. Thank you. Good luck with moving the couch, Jamater. Okay, that was eventful. That was pleasant. That was pleasant as always. You know, we love those. Those are huge. Your content seems cool. Thank you. You arrived right when everything exploded, Stanislav TS. Everything has fucking collapsed as we tried to run Nick's develop. Can I say Nick's thread count? Is that a thing I can do? Like, where do I configure this? How do I configure the count? Where's the -J for NixOS? Does this exist? Is it possible for us to -J on this shit? Is it real? Oh yeah, Soding's been here a couple of times. Soding's been around. Soding's good. Is that it? If I look at my configuration, oh lord, now I'm all out of whack. I'm all like, oh, I hate when that, oh man, I really need a new computer. I need a new computer so bad, gamers. We gotta get on that to fucking tonight. I keep saying fucking tonight every time, but I'm so it's aggravating, isn't it? It's aggravating. Second boost enabled. Yeah, it's all fucking over. It's all over. It's literally over. Thank you, Carva, for the money. I do say it every time. I really appreciate the subs, dude. Thank you so much. It's thank you. It said that distractions in the workflow. It's definitely distracting. It's definitely distracting. Hello, Arnet too. It's not even my CPU. It's the interaction with the GPU and it's bad. It's bad. I know. I'm all like, ugh. Yeah. How is the sub 4-minute mile dream going? Where does my config even live? Is it in etc? Where do you live? Are you in Colonq.nix? Where do we say how many jobs? We say max jobs. It's just the one job is so expensive. Okay, if we run, let's try and run this again and see if it crashes. I mean, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm sort of. This is trying to build Rust C. Is what's happening here.
You got boost power.
So I don't know if that's the right play. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the right play here, gamers. That seems perhaps like the wrong option. So how do we proceed from this place? Yes, I think it's probably because it doesn't have the cache enabled. Like, it tried to do something to enable a substitutor when we pulled in the template. How do we pull in? How do we add? Nix substitutors. I told you not to use nightly. Now look at you. Yeah, I'm in hell. I know I'm in hell, but I made this choice for myself months, years ago. Even I don't know. These are the mistakes of my forefathers. LG, can me 10 minutes ago be blamed for the sins of me 2 hours ago? I don't know. Conf file. Where do you live even? What is your place? Where do you even okay, is there documentation on the Crane website for how to do nightly rust? Isn't that bad until it is. That's what some are saying. Can we like what does this template give us? Where are the templates? They're in here probably in flake.nix, right? Templates, examples, okay, where's examples? Trunk workspace. Trunk workspace is maybe the example that is relevant here. Did this also make a bunch of bullshit files? No, we're fine. I think we lived. It made main.scss. Did it make anything else that's nonsense? What are we looking at here? Unstage changes, please. Nothing to unstage. Okay. Isn't the whole Cashix deal trust my key? Yeah, but I don't think we're trusting the key successfully is what happened here, perhaps. I think it's perhaps a non-key trust situation is what's going on here. Fuck. Hello Basie, welcome in. Great to have you. Can you shout out for Basie? Speaking of people who program on here, do we have like can you tell me in the where does it sit? What prompted that Cashix message? Fuck. We need to search. We need to cook here. We need to cook. Hello Mar EXE. Crane. What the fuck? Okay, they have an nvar c2. Git grep Cashix. Okay. There's something. Flake.nix here. Flake.nix. Extra. Here it is. Here it is right here. Here it lives. I had to refresh. We're back now. Yeah, death occurred. Death occurred. F5 if you were not here. It's the stream crashed because something inadvertently tried to compile Rust C. So if you are, and I thought I would catch it fast enough, but alas, like Twitch normally has the protection thing where it doesn't. But this is like crashing in a way where like Twitch thinks I ended stream, not that I just like disconnected. Like OBS is getting an encoder error, and it's actually like straight up ending the stream, which is extremely aggravating, and we got to do something about that in the near future, because yeah, it's a killer. I mean, it's just a killer in the you know, speaking in the purely practical sense, right? I don't like to talk too practically. I tend to go around with my head in the clouds, right? But like in the purely practical sense, like it kills all your lurkers, right? Because a lot of people inevitably will be lurking, right? That's just how life is, right? So it just kills your lurkers, which kind of sucks, because then it makes it harder for other people to find your thing. It causes boost inflation, right? It sucks bad, and like it makes me really like aggravated that it's been happening somewhat consistently. Practiclonk is not best clonk. Yeah, pour it out. Literally, we'll be doing a funeral for the lurkers, and watch out for the obituaries. Watch out for my eulogy. Does this work if I just do this? If I say sudo rebuild system, can I just set the substitutor here? DRI support 32 has become hardware.graphics.enable 32-bit. Maybe so. I guess I had to do a bunch of changes recently on my other machine, ABC123, regarding something similar to this. I think you were running the unstable change too, right? I didn't run into that, but I also like don't run any 32-bit applications, I think, because all my gaming is in the VM, so it's like it's a whole thing. You know how it goes. Do we have, where are we? Where are we? I raw dog unstable 24.11. Yeah, you know. In stream crash recovery ongoing. It's true. Someone help them. Someone save them. Save them, please. Okay, are we back? Does it work? Are we back? Flake.nix. Do we have the substitutors? Is that mentioned in here at all? Castrix, it's not even mentioned in here. ls-a. There's a .cargo here. If I say Nix develop now, do you try and rebuild Rust C? Will you try and rebuild Rust C? You are trying to rebuild Rust C. That's cool. Let's see if it's actually trying to rebuild Rust C or if it's just trying to like download and patch Rust C. It's in fix up oh good. We're good. It just has to patch elf. It's just doing some kind of are we back? Of diffing washers before after crash and having an ASCII memorial. That actually is fucking great, actually. You diff but it wouldn't actually, like, the problem is you can't actually see because they're still in the chat, or maybe, I don't know, and it's hard to, you don't have good data about this. Hello, I'm in prison real. Using Nix sounds like a headache. It is occasionally. If only our compilers were less hungry. Millions could be saved. Yes, it's true. This seems to be compiling something for Wasm Bindgen CLI. Well, let's watch that BPM, gamers. If it gets too high, if the BPM gets too high, then we know we need to recover. We need to stop. Can we get a bet up? Okay, we gotta stop that maybe. Does this build incrementally? Can we do this in partial? Yeah, approaching 600. Drop it back down a little bit. Maybe. Are we going crazy? I don't know why it's going crazy. Because it's using every thread is the problem. It's using every fucking thread. Okay, we gotta stop again. Okay. 800. Okay, are we making progress here? Something good? Is that, yeah, it's immutable declarative Linux OS. Okay, now we're getting way too high. The problem is Rust wants to use literally every CPU core on my system. Yeah, max jobs for Nix. I have max jobs for Nix. I could say OBS's niceness lower. That's true, I guess. I do want to do, we should do that. Can I do that in here? I can just go to OBS probably and press, can we press, we want to subtract, we want to minus, we want to subtract from niceness. If we press F7, does that go anywhere? I don't even know if I can press F7. Who knows? Okay, we're quitting for now. We'll do that in a more sensible way later. We specify a number of threads to use, probably somewhere. But like, I don't know how to easily get the Rust compiler config through Nix. A very dumb headache you can enjoy. Exactly, very dumb dev. Exactly. It's an extremely, extremely pleasant headache sometimes, but a headache nonetheless. Yeah, cargo has a -J option, but I don't know how to get the cargo -J option through to this thing. Let's just fire it away. Let's just ball. Let's just see if it breaks everything. Let's just go for it. Yeah, it doesn't imply the niceness of the encoder. Because we've built Rust things before and they weren't so hellish, right? We've done this. You need a second computer. It's very true. It's incredibly true, Corollas 20. That's exactly what I need, actually. Okay, it seems like we're getting to the end. It seems like we're getting close to the end. Term color, use Haskell ascend. We did the opposite, very dumb dev. We've done the opposite largely. Rare triple boost. 1113 is so close to 111 delete. Okay, are we almost there? Okay, let's not Pharaoh's Curse. Let's not Pharaoh's Curse game. I'm actually gonna kill my model. We're gonna kill the model. Let's hope that saves us. Save me, computer. Why does UREC take? Why does it take so long? This is stressful. This is stressful going down. No, we're still going. Thank you, Rose. Oh, we made it. Okay, we fucking made it. Okay, we're back. We're back. We survived. We survived. Thank God. Yes, live chat reaction. Okay. We run this again. We run this again. We take it, we run it back. We run the model once more. It's just decreasing over time slowly because it's like a rolling average thing. That was a lot. That was a lot. I feel like I've sustained a physical injury to my body. But we can maybe, let's see now if trunk serve works. And if it doesn't work, we are going to be, then that's when you know you've moved down to the second circle of hell. Take side of case off. Yeah, start blowing on it. Really, yeah. I get under the desk. I start giving the computer under the desk support. Ayo. Okay. Can we trunk serve? Can we trunk serve this shit? Classic. We're in double hell. Very cool. Okay, the option Z is only okay. We're not trying to use nightly anymore. Can we fix our ls.cargo, rm.cargo rf trunk serve? Okay. Can we fix? Where's our config.toml? Config.toml. Let's remove that also. Trunk serve. Trunk serve. We're still getting long cargo metadata failed to run Rust C. Option Z. Why are we still getting this feature? Cargo clean. If I look at my cargo.toml, do we have that feature in here somewhere? Is that happening? Hello Fader, thank you for the follow. What language and distro do you recommend for a beginner? For languages, I think anything's fine, but I think Python's pretty good. Python's pretty nice to learn. I mean, anything is good though. C is fine. Like the languages don't matter as much as people think they do. I think it's good to approach it from the perspective that you'll learn every language eventually, right? You're learning concepts, not languages. As far as distro goes, also anything's probably fine. I think Mint is pretty nice generally, right? People like Mint a lot. Arch also is not as scary as people say and is pretty good. Why, like, we're this is clearly like caching some kind of command or something. How do we resolve this? What's going on with this? Oh, his Rust flags is set. Fuck. Echo Rust flags. Export. Now it decides to fucking work, right? Now it works, which is crazy. Undefined Rust flags. Trunk serve. We're back. We have to build all this stuff, but this is stuff we've built on stream before. None of this should take that long. SCIP racket was big for me. Yeah, Scheme is a pretty nice language to use. TTS engine from Cedar Rust. I wrote a few proc macros to compile in stuff. Very nice. Very nice. I haven't been too on the Rust macro game. I have a few macros in this project, but I'm not using proc macros. It's kind of annoying you have to split proc macros into a separate crate. Is the main. It just makes them irritating to like incorporate for the first time. Okay, we're still building. We're building things. Please don't crash. Please God, don't crash. I'm imploring you. I'm down on my knees, begging you. Please take me home. Or something. I'm being crushed under cargo. Yeah, the weight of the. It is kind of funny that it's called cargo, right? Like, isn't there that the existing like kind of thing of referring to something as a cargo cult thing, right? Referring to it as a cargo cult programmer, right? Yeah, I prefer to read it as cargo X, right? Cargo burr. Okay. Will we have reached feature parity with where we were prior to this? I wish you luck while not crashing while I go to sleep. Thank you, attention span. I salute you. And hello, VT_Pengu, right? Okay, it seems to have worked. It seems to have worked. Excellent. My composition won't be forgotten. Ooh, so true. Salute. Okay. We got to go back. We got to take this over to my face again. We got to take this over to eShell game. Okay, let's close that. Let's go back to Liet game. We need an nvarc. Copy ... What's the sensible nvarc that we have floating around? Is the one in Fig? Is the one in Fig? Is Fig server nvarc dot. Is this a sensible nvarc? Yes. It's just use Flake. Derenv allow. Okay, if we go to game now. Oh, we don't have a. Why is it not working? Why does that not work? nvarc reload. Derenv succeeded. If I say trunk serve now. Okay, that's hell. Oh, we need to export the thing again because it's a different shell. Rust flags equals yeah. Oh, we're back. Oh, we're so back. Excellent. And now the version is, we have the version pinned. Hopefully we should be fine. Okay. Excellent. Localhost 8080 gamers. Localhost 8080. Okay, we have the video game. This is what we meant to, this is what we were looking for all along. We made this game. Thank you. Yeah, thank you Carva again for the subs. I'm sorry if I did not express my humble gratitude enough because I was experiencing the state of emotion described as deep bone-crushing fear. Bone-crushing fear. You get the whole spectrum of human emotions on Twitch TV. I've been feeling iron thewed. Those are really my main two emotions lately. I've been feeling, sometimes I feel iron thewed and sometimes I feel bone-crushing fear. And that's really all you need to motivate you as a human being. Yes. Okay. We have the game again. We got poggers, we got Bible thumps. You know we got them. You know we got them here on Twitch. This is the game we made. It's made in WebAssembly and WebGL. We have foes. We have end turn mode. You can get the sword and you can attack foes. There's menus of different abilities. You can do sweeping attack. You can go first person style. It's pretty good. The first person, they don't properly look the right direction. We got to fix that too, but it's pretty good. We have a couple of things going on. So what are the things we want to do today? What is the point of all of this thing? What is the deal with this as a whole? Well, the deal with this as a whole is we would like, thank you for double boost, Crespian C. Yes, there is double boost. If you were lurking, it's yes, lurker check. Sounds a bit RTS-y. Well, it's more so, it's like wizardry. It's like we're going for the wizardry sort of feel. The thing we would like to do is to make it so that enemies spawn in a sensible way and also make it so that there are more of them and that they do something interesting. That's the idea. Is right now we only have slime. We have John Slime, you see? This is John Slime here. There's a couple of them. I'm spawning them manually at coordinates near the player. And all they do is they will just pursue you. They will pursue you by the most efficient path forever. That is their entire behavior. And they also will track you across the entire map, which is not ideal too, right? I could place them all the way across this huge map and they will instantly start chasing you the moment you arrive. And that's not, I think, what we want. So the idea here maybe is, yeah, state machine, more so just like give them some kind of state that determines if they're awake or not, right? And if they become awake when you enter their field of view or for the first time or get within a certain number of tiles for them. Hello, Forgio20 also, thank you for the follow. Yeah, certain radius, something like that. They have some kind of aggro radius. That's one thing to do. And also just like make a bunch of other enemies with different behaviors. Like we've established that we have a few different possible behaviors, right? So we might want ranged attackers. We want various things basically, right? So like I think let's do that. Let's make that happen today. And also like doing ranged attacks in general will be pretty fun. So all these assets are things that I bought like a little asset pack on itch.io, so we have some fun things to play with. We have a couple of them now. We're using Orc as our main thing. Is this some sort of engine? Yes, it's all custom engine, right? We wrote it, I made it myself. It's WebGL stuff. It's not like really an engine, but it's not like Godot or anything like that, if that's what you're asking. We have various foes. There's bat.png, right? There's a whole sprite sheet for John Bat. There's John Goblin. We have a whole sprite sheet for that. These all are pretty, yeah, and Rust building to WebAssembly using WebGL. Here's our orc, our classic orc character. And rat and the slime that we're using for things, and the whole thing. So we'd like to add a couple of these, at least these basic enemies. Give me channel reward to spawn more rats, make many rats. Other question. Does the Rust language server work in this context? That's a question that many are asking. That's going to be a question. If I say Rust Analyzer, let's see what that does. Does that do something good? Or does it do something very bad? Let's go into the source. Let's navigate to one of these, because I assume Rust Analyzer is not in our current flake, right? Which Rust Analyzer? That's actually in my home. What the fuck? What are you doing? I have a what the fuck? I have a sim link to the Rust Analyzer from in my to a particular tool. Okay, that's not pleasant at all. Is there a repo that some of the engine stuff at least is in a repo? If you look on my GitHub, it's under the Talea repository. This one. And it's not super up to date. You know, there's things happening here occasionally. Codeberg, yeah, that'd be better. It would be better. I know. I mean, really, the thing I want is I need git.colonq.computer. It's this one. Sick. Hello again, TF Tokyo. Yes, it's back. A night out drinking left the Rust Analyzer at home. Okay, we'll fix this too. We'll fix that too. If I rm bin Rust Analyzer, that's fine. Which Rust? No, now it's just the one that's installed here. A comment at my favor of using such a must-have service. Don't remove the French language pack. If we have, okay, what's the next? What can we do? Can we get Rust Analyzer in this shell? Or Rust? Can we get it in this? If I go to flake.nix here, they're getting Clippy. Like, how do I get? Where's the shell? Where's the actual shell that's happening here? Dev shells dot default environment variables, cargo and rust c packages dot rust analyzer. Is this the one? If I do this, does it work? Are we good? If I say nix develop, is that hell for us here instantly? Override for a non-existent input flake utils probably needs to be fixed. Which Rust Analyzer? Okay, good. Maybe this is better for us. Avoiding as much as I can GitHub too. I see. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. I mean GitHub is, you know, it's a Microsoft thing. It's kind of nasty. I can imagine. Okay. We've reloaded this. If I open a file now, if I open game.rs, let's Rust Analyzer initialized. Let's watch its progress. Is it going to rebuild everything? We have another rebuild everything situation. Hopefully should be faster. Should be more criticized than systemd. I think I agree. Yeah, honestly. I mean, GitHub, people do have thoughts that it's probably a way to, like, especially with the AI stuff and the copyright, you know, you never know what's going to happen with that. We still have embargo with Microsoft here. Will last till 2028. I see. Okay. Does this kill us? This is the last thing that could kill us. Is literally the final blow going to kill us? This looks pretty straightforward. Let's kill model. Let's use every drop of CPU that we can get. Every drop. Yeah. I mean, it's like the dumbest code possible as real IO. Like I'm doing literally the dumbest thing possible in every situation, and it works out broadly. That's the idea. Source hut. Yeah, source hut's good. If I would like to self-host source hut. That's the long-term maybe plan. Like to have a source hut instance on one of my, like, colonq.computer or something, and that will maybe do us a favor. Okay, I think we've passed. Has the danger passed? Or Git? Yeah. Doing all my 3D in software and it's way too slow. Yeah, you probably doing it in hardware will be definitely better. Then I mean, of course, doing like the sort of like raycasting stuff is fun, right? That is a fun and cool thing, but like having some kind of hardware acceleration will be nice. The flake install Rust Analyzer into your system. No, it is inside the dev shell. I already had it installed inside my system. Apparently in two different ways, so we need to sort out why that is. But this should be the one that is in the local environment. Okay, let's restart this again. Let's retry this one more time. Get the model back. You're trying to be Carmack from the 90s, but I'm not Carmack. Aren't we all? Aren't we all, honestly? Isn't that just the dream, right? That's kind of the like what we're all dreaming of a lot of the time, trying to be Carmack. I feel this way too sometimes. But I mean it's fine sometimes to you know, it's good to have things to aspire towards. Okay, is this actually going to launch, or are we in some kind of hellish situation? Okay, it is launching. It is launching. We're back. Just build your Emacs with Nix and add a Rust Analyzer as a runtime dev to it, and you won't need to add it to your flakes. Well, the problem is I might need different versions. I mean, I'm still in my Haskell shit. Very dumb dev. I don't know how Rust Analyzer works. Can I just have a globally installed Rust Analyzer and have it like, will it work for different versions? Because the reason why I'm used to doing it like this is in Haskell, your Haskell LSP has to match your Haskell LSP has to be built with the same compiler version. It's not shit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's hope. But in Haskell, it has to match your GHC version. And if you have a bunch of different projects with 5 different GHC versions, suddenly you need a different LSP for each one. And that is what I'm used to. Okay, let's get Colonq's face back up here. Let's get something over here. Are you functional? You are functional. You do appear to work. Okay, cool. Let's do the fucked up little thing where we redefine this to make sure it's in the right spot. Okay, good. We can do development now. We have once again achieved development. Run a Nix VM, dedicate a number of cores in VM, compile in VM. Yeah, it works for me of it, but I'm sure it's fine. But I don't write very much Rust. Yeah, husband, you used too many cores. Yes, I mean, really, the real solution to this is to stream on another machine, right? To run OB, which is what we want to do anyway. So, like, we'll get there. Because you can obviously tell I'm all frazzled. I'm getting frazzled up from this. They're turning me into fucking Miss Frizzle here. I'm discombobulated to a high degree. Where is the oubliette? Where is this again? I guess also setting the niceness is a smaller thing that we could do with the frizz. We're loading up the frizz here. Okay. So what do we actually want to do? So the first thing to do is just to do aggro. Let's do aggro, and let's do aggro in, again, the stupidest way possible. Let's add an additional flag. I mean, can we just make it? I mean, I think our flags here probably are. I used the wrong word. Let's just say aggro. It's a Boolean. It's a Boolean. Wow, we have aggro Boolean on, well, no, not on templates, of course, on actual entities later on. So actual entities just have an aggro. We already have a fuck ton of flags here. Let's just add AI aggro. Has the enemy spotted the player? I must ascend to Abrasian levels to overcome my software renderer's limitations. Hell yeah. We're hitting him with the Michael Abrash techniques. I want to read through that whole book at one point. That seems like a worthwhile. Really, there's so many things to do, isn't there? Right? In life, there's so much we must get done, right? There's so much we must get done. Okay, aggro. Do we need to initialize this to something? Probably. Aggro. False. Way too much. Congrats on first, sweet Robo. Why is that going to hell whenever we save the file? What is the deal with that? Why is it going to hell when we save the file? What caused? That was very scary. Would I even be able to get in Codeberg if I ever had finished the first part of my second video game as well? I see. Okay. This is good. And now we can just make the AI use this, right? Like we can just say, we can just go to back to game.rs. We can, where's the AI? There's probably a to do for this. No, where is it? Player. Pathfinding. Did not use. Oh, I split this. I split the big game.rs file into a render and update. I think I did that off stream because it's just going to make it nicer for us to not have to scroll through 1 million things whenever we try and find something. Okay. So this is, we just want to check if it's okay. If it's not the player and e.aggro. So then we will chase the player. So this should by default make it so, you know, none of these will pursue us. They won't do anything now, right? They're not doing anything. They're not chasing us around. I mean, and we can create various aggro schemes. I feel like okay, so hear me out here for a second. Hear me out here also. Since there's no diagonal movement in the game, our distance function should, like, a radius is a square basically, right? Everything should be Manhattan distance rather than normal distance. And what I mean by that is, like, normally if you have distance, computing distance between x, y, like, you know, normal distance, if you can move diagonally, right, assuming you free movement, would be like it's right, it's square root of dx squared plus dy squared, right? This is the thing, right? It's the length of the funny hypotenuse. Right? This is Minecraft water bucket distance, right? Here the distance should be Manhattan distance, which is a word people use for, like, distance in, like, you know, in a city. If you're driving, if you can't drive diagonally through the buildings, right? Which is just x plus y, right? Is the distance then? It's just x plus y. Dijkstra straight to the heart. Is this true? Is this reference to something? What is this? What is this? Did Dijkstra have something to say regarding Manhattan distance? Yeah. So I think if we're going to do some kind of, like, aggro range thing, it should be based probably on a square surrounding the unit rather than and that's easier to sort of visualize. I think easier to wrap your head around, and also makes it so that like if you're like, I mean, it won't be a square, actually. It won't be a square. It's going to be Minecraft water bucket distance. You're right. You're so right. You're literally so right. Square is, this is different thing. Square is if you have diagonal movement. It'd be a square if you have diagonal movement and the diagonal movement doesn't cost more. Oh, yes. Okay, perfect. Yes, that's right. This is the thing, right? If we draw it out, right? This is the thing, right? Can we get RGBA on black? You know, if you actually have, can we make it bigger, please, than 1 pixel? If you have totally free-form movement, right? Like the radius in terms of movement steps, it should be like an actual circle, right? If you have only the Manhattan distance movement sort of thing, it should be like it should be like blocky, you know, like Minecraft. It should be like Minecraft's. You understand? It's like it's Minecraft's. You understand? It's blocky style. It's blocky style. And if you have diagonal movement, but diagonal movement doesn't cost more, right? Like diagonal movement should cost like more, right? Because it's you're moving square root of 2 distance instead of 1 distance, right? It should be more. It should be more. But if it doesn't cost more, then a perfect radius is just a square, right? Because that means it takes the same, something like this. It ends up feeling most natural, I think. Okay, so we want the blocky gizmo. Let's go to entity. Let's just add a little helper function here. Let's say pub fn distance to take and self x i32 y i32. We return a distance. And this is just self. Is self.x, do you exist? Yes. Self.x minus x is there just abs plus same self.y minus y dot abs. Okay, cool. Cool. So in this way we should only like we can make enemies wake up. Let's branch this a little inside. Let's do this a little differently, right? So if e dot aggro, we do this whole thing, right? This is the way. If we're not aggroed yet, if e dot distance 2, do we have the player in scope here? Do we have like px or py? Is that doable for us? We should get the player's position. So we have a distance. Let's what do we want to do here? Let's do px py equals if let some computer know where you are. Isn't it like cheating to be the computer? Well, the computer does know where you are, right? But we're going to make it so that the computer doesn't follow you to where you are unless you've gotten close enough to it, is the idea, right? So the computer, obviously the computer knows everything all the time, right? We just have to determine what it doesn't know, right? We have to make the AI weaker, right? Because right now it's as strong as possible. They'll pathfind across the entire map perfectly, right? They always follow the perfect path. They're always on the perfect line, you can say. But we would like them to be not always on the perfect line. We would like them to be, like once they see you, they chase you maybe, but they don't chase you from Timbuktu, right? They have a little more of a refined taste with these things, right? They're giving you a fighting chance. Let's say player equals self.dungeon.get player player.x player.y else. Can we just say 0 0? It's not gonna, I don't want to put this whole thing inside of a like like maybe we just don't do anything if the player doesn't exist. Can I do this? Is this real in Rust? Can I like return this? I know there's like some kind of funny type thing. Like this breaks my Haskell brain. This makes this broke LLLQ. But this is I guess it's okay. I guess it's fine. If I don't understand anything, can I? Of course you can, Quixote. In fact, I insist. I'll get you. We'll get you situated, and maybe you'll understand things in the future. And if you don't just yet, there's a lot of things we do that are like, it's not like so hardcore, right? What we're trying to do today is we're trying to make the funny. Why does it not build? What are you complaining about? We're trying to make a funny little game. We're making monsters for our game. Of course, distance to px py less than or equal to 5. E dot, thank you, Quixote, and also little guy underscore for the follows. Appreciate that. And if you like what you see, we have this zone, the Discord IRC zone. Yes, it does cause them to burn a turn becoming aggro, and I sort of want that to be the case, Sema friend. And I want to make it so they have like they do a little animation. I want to make it so they like show a little exclamation point above their head when they become aggro. So it's visually obvious when that happens. That seems pretty good to me. Doesn't have traverse, useless language. But yeah, Rust, you kind of get iterator hell. It's a whole situation. Okay. If we say e.aggro equals true for now, let's just do that, right? Does this build now? Are you building? Why are you not building? What's your problem? What are you complaining about? Oh, it's not. Why is it not telling us that it's not mutable? Is the LSP just deciding to not tell us anything anymore? Can I restart it? Rust Analyzer, please. Do you still error from the language server? Content modified, unknown error. That's cool. Very extremely cool. We love that. Where are we getting the entity? Just like Haskell. Can I just say iter mute here and does it not break? Yeah, classic. Yeah, it literally is. I'm glad someone is here who knows my pain with Haskell language server. I hate it so much. Okay, cannot borrow floor because okay, we're also borrowing E as mute. Okay, that's hell. Classic hell. Very good. So we can't do that. So what do we want to do about that? I guess we just make a turn. Do we make an action that actually is the right way probably. Actions.push. We have a new action for aggro. We already have a system to handle this. No need to hack on. I guess LSP is just not giving us any errors now, which is extremely classic of it. It's done this in the past. Do not fucking change that Cabal file. Yeah, you're in for a treat. I have my Haskell LSP experience is usually I just edit the file normally for like 15 minutes, and then like all of the error underlines just stop corresponding to the right places no matter what I do, and I have to force restart it, and then it just doesn't work when I restart it. And then like eventually it starts working again after spamming restart and changing my hie.yaml a couple of times, and then 15 minutes later it starts doing the same thing and stops updating itself. It's very, very classic. Void seems to be a failure already. Void. I'm sorry, Takeda. I don't quite know. I apologize if you're having difficulties. Self aggro. What does aggro use? What does aggro use? I mean, this will actually make it so they do move at the same time, but aggro should just use aggro should use every component, I think. Component flags, or it should use the legs at least. Is this true? Is this true? Let's use legs 1. So we can't move the same turn, but they could attack ostensibly the turn they aggro. Let's do this again as well. Why am I being so inconsistent with my usage of these? It's fine, I guess. It's fine. Aggro. Gain aggro. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it's called. And then also, for a description of the thing, you want aggro. Start chasing player. Chase player. Sure. If we go back to update, then all the hell because of all the implicit inference the compiler does. Yeah, maybe, but I just assume like it's like the compiler works fine. It's just the LSP, like it just loses, it like desyncs from the source. Yeah, or like the 8th level of hell. Yeah, maybe, but like I don't know. It'd be fine. I kind of want to write my own LSP. Like getting the type signatures is kind of a pain. I guess I sort of want to write an LSP that just wraps GHCI, right? That doesn't do any of this bullshit. It just like calls Cabal. It just runs Cabal REPL whatever target you give it, and then it just runs GHCI commands and like gives you the output. Yeah, it needs a stable front end, or an intermediate representation for sure. I don't know. I almost feel like it needs less even. I like. I have thought several times of moving towards a Haskell workflow where I don't use Cabal. I don't use any of it. I have a make file that invokes GHC. And I just have like compilation mode in Emacs to let me jump to the errors or whatever, or fly make to handle it. The main thing that's stopping me is again just this funny little mouse over see the signature thing. And I guess like I don't even care about autocomplete that much. Let's make aggro log also. What's your favorite theme? Of the ones I honestly think this is this one EF bio that I'm using right now. Last candidate of today, NixOS better be a good one. Hell yeah, good luck. This one is my favorite. EF bio. This is the one I use on my personal machine too. At least when it's in the streamer configuration. Where's do? Oh, do turn is in here. Can we go to the next? Here you now you're giving me error messages. Sure. Attack does this. What do we want this to be? Action. Action. Has the best and worst tooling at the same time. Yeah, you get it. You get it 100%. It's just very, it's so unfortunate. Hello, Settlix. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid, gamers. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. How was your stream today, Settlix? Hope things are going well for you. If you don't know Settlix, Settlix does similar kind of things to that I do around here. We play around online. You know how it goes. This is not the right level of thing. This is not the right level of thing. This is also not the right place for thing. No long time no P. I see. Welcome. It was a very calm stream. Did a lot of note taking on my combat system and chatted it up. Hello, Deflux. Also, we're gaming here. We're working on some game development. We had some excitement earlier. The stream imploded again. OBS decided to explode again. We had explosion situation. Nobody has what you do. I guess that's sort of true in some way. Absolutely slapped it. Hell yeah. Seto's a good bud. We love Seto around here. I see you have the Elden Ring emotional icon. Did chat crash also? Are we chat crashing here? No, we're back. Game dev. Oh, it's the other robot crashed. Did this crash? Or what the fuck? Who knows what Twitch is doing half the time? I can't see. I've been watching some Rings of Elden. Hell yeah. I've been playing some Rings of Elden. There was a hiccup, but it seems okay. Okay, good. We're fine. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't just. Who knows? Who fucking knows, man? I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. I think I said before I beat all the guys in the main DLC zone. I'm going back in at level 1, but I'm not doing like, I think we raided someone the other day, one of LG's friends who was going like hardcore level 1. I'm going easy mode level 1. I'm doing, my only restriction is that I am level 1 and I'm not like cheating in items. Like I'm doing everything possible. Hello Settlix, thank you for the resub also. 9 months, holy fuck. That's enough time to have a human child. That's enough time to gestate a human child, which is a fun fact that you might not know. Let's just say st write log. Can we say ename agros sees you? Let's say sees you. That's kind of better. Do we have ename here, or is that somewhere else? Let's do this here. Let's do this here. Name.clone. We want to clone it probably. I guess we don't need to. We're just formatting. What is the LSP? I love you so. How I love you. Let's get entity mute here a little bit. Let's say entity dot aggro equals true here a little bit. Why are we not building anymore? What's going on? What's happening here? Deer not found in this scope. Update.rs 358. Oh, we don't need this on here, obviously. Okay, do you work now? Gestate? Who's ingesting what? Time flies way too fast. Yeah, it's true. It does go. It's crazy. We're like halfway through. I said ename. I'm foolish. This is my own foolishness punishing me. Do you build now? Do you build? Oh, you build. Okay. Oubliette of General. Once more into the breach. How far we have come on this little project, hasn't it? It's been almost a year on Oob now. Okay, they're all going to aggro right away as soon as anything happens. Because we're spawning them too close. Okay, we need to spawn them further away now. That's the actual thing we must do. We need to start placing them further from the player character throughout the level area. Actually, that's the play, I think. So we'll see how to do that. Before that happens, I have no conception of time now that the thing has done its thing, but I think I need to take a little break and get some water and stuff. And so if you need to take a break also, make sure to stand up and flail your limbs around wildly, you know, get the blood flowing, smoke a pack of cigarettes. You know how it goes. Anyway, we'll switch. Let's go to be right back. This one, does it work? Okay, it's good. I'll be back in 35 seconds. I'll be back real soon. Hang tight. Make sure to move though and get water. Okay, back soon. Hello, we're back. Hi. Okay. We move back to the area where we must. Okay. So what do we need to do? What needs to happen here? I got all this shit on my desk here. I got hundreds of my stamp collection all over my desk. I have coins. There's too much. There's too much here. We got to get rid of it. It needs to go quick. Okay. What are we doing? What is the thing? Also, hello, MX Alex. Welcome in. It's great to see you. I think I'm wondering what today is going to do to the boost meta, because we crashed much earlier today than we did last time, right? This is a much earlier situation than our last event. But I think Gendude was here earlier and probably boosted, but Modclonq has been here neither time, actually. So if Gendude comes back, that'll be an unrecoverable lead, right? That'll be crazy. Nice animations, FozzChamp. Yeah, I commissioned it on Skeb. I think the credits are down below in the link. Skeb is very nice for getting these sorts of things. Okay. What must happen? So let's just start making it so that there's a random chance to place a slime down. I thought boost season, I guess boost season 2 is over. Gendude is the winner, right? But like, we didn't do a ladder reset. I don't know if we ever will. These boosts are sort of like currency also, but like, you know, it's all for fun prizes now. It's mostly for fun. There was a what? There was a -1 Exor Xavier. Force in please. If we go over to, yeah, it's a free season, right? How do we want to spawn things? And if we go to dungeon.rs, how does our dungeon generation work currently? Well, the way it works is we have this whole system of generating pre-floors and turning them to floors, and then I think we probably want enemies. Well, okay. The question is, I don't want there to be random spawns of enemies. Like a lot of, you got a free one. Is it true? 33. There is second boost today for sure, because Twitch counted the stream as going down. So all the redeem once per day restrictions were released. So the thing we want to do here is, I'm trying to think. Where does our pre-tile abstraction live? In utils, right? I think maybe what we want to do is, here we just maybe have a generic enemy tile, right? Which means enemy standing on floor. Maybe that's spawn an enemy here. Maybe that's reasonable. So then during generation, we can place some of these enemy tiles sort of arbitrarily. And then like we can actually spawn enemies on them according to some other scheme, right? Like we can so like this lets us do interesting things. Like during the generation, we can like generate rooms that are, we could even maybe have this have a parameter that's like enemy difficulty almost, but that's getting too far ahead of ourselves, which right now the enemies are just kind of, we don't have enough, we have one enemy that is generic chase you and punch you, right? So like we don't have the gumption for that just quite yet, I think. But maybe in the future we can always expand. Let's think here. So I think in catacombs, what is this complaining about? Get tile doesn't. Oh, is missing match arm? Sure. This is just our renderer for these things. What's a good enemy? E. Pre-tile enemy. It's E. Do you know what force is? Like when physics engines speak of things like velocity and force. Yeah. So I know a little bit at least. Like force is force is mass times acceleration, right? So like it's the like a force and the unit would typically be in newtons, right? Which is kilograms times meters per second squared, right? It's just obviously mass times acceleration. It's like magnitude. Like a force of x is like is the force you need to apply to move some mass by some extent, right? A sort like what's the way to say this? What's the way to say it correctly? Force is a past tense for force, right? Like I don't know what like so for example like Newton's unit is weird. It's one Newton times meter. I mean Newton meter is a different unit, right? That's a unit for energy, right? Is this the case? Is that a joule? Is a joule a Newton meter? Is this true? Force is no. This is not. Hello, just chill _L. Force is mass times acceleration, right? Velocity is speed plus direction, right? What is a joule? Is a joule the right thing? I'm doing a horrible job at explaining this. This is what Colonq, what you're talking about is the unit for work or energy. A joule is the amount of work done when a force of 1 Newton moves a mass a distance of 1 meter, right? A force is a mass times an acceleration, right? So like if I say I'm falling, like say I'm standing on something, right? The force I'm exerting on the ground, right, is equal to my mass, right, however many kilograms, right, times the gravitational acceleration. Do physics engines use mass? Well, it depends on what you're doing. Often they will, right? Often they will. Generally do impulse, right? They'll do mass. Like generally they won't have mass, but they'll have a density on which determines the mass, right? Density is like mass per unit volume, right? It's like so they'll. This is often a thing that will happen in physics libraries, I think, is the mass will be relevant to determine how things that collide interact with each other, right? You cannot fork on GitHub if you have forked a fork of the original. Yes, it's not a very good tree structure. It's a very skinny tree. Very dumb dev. I see many video games are not able to determine the difference in collisions between a feather and a building. They both ragdoll the same. Yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of different things that are done. I don't know the details of. I've never written a physics engine myself. I've only used libraries. It's something I would like to do, but I need to brush up on math, something serious first. Yeah, Prod might know. Prod, does you wrote your own physics thing, right? Does your thing have mass? Are you? And I think Basilia wrote something for Jake recently too, right? I think so. I think there are some physics connoisseurs in the chat room. I don't know anything. I took the last time I've done anything related to physics is I took AP physics in high school. And that's it. I got a 5. I got the good score on the thing, and I have not. I guess I took some E&M shit in college, and also did not remember anything about it. Jake's mascot had mass. Yeah, look, I would assume you want that, right? Especially if you have collisions between things, it matters, because like probably the thing that you have to like. The thing that always gets me with physics is like what's the deal with momentum, right? What's the deal with momentum? Okay, so I get that there's conservation of moment. I get what momentum is, right? It's mass times velocity instead of mass, it's mass times velocity. I get that there's conservation of momentum, right? This is the thing, right? Like you're like, sure. I guess I don't get like, oh, I guess that does help you determine, like, because force doesn't say anything about how things move, right? Is conservation of momentum a natural consequence of conservation of energy? Because both and energy is telling you how things. Yeah, let's assume inelastic collision. Let's assume basically rigid body physics 1 shit, right? Like, is the idea behind you, like, you can use conservation of momentum to tell you how far things move, right? Which just like. Is this the idea? And I guess conservation of energy can tell you the same thing. I guess they are the same, right? Like, is this? I don't know. Who fucking know? I don't know. I need to. These are the things that I'm never too sure about. Is it the same thing, or is that telling you a different thing? I just took AP Physics C. I don't really understand it still. Yeah, I don't get the concepts. I can't think of the intuitively, like, ever. Like, yeah, I know. Like, I understood this once, but I understood it in the context of solving exam problems. I don't understand it well in the sense of, like, applying this to useful situations, I think. Maybe I did once upon a time, too. I realize you can't use this to violate the laws of physics. Yeah. In fact, no. Is it like no? I don't think any of that's involved. String theory. That's like a made up thing for people to get grants for, or something. Like I just mean like basic like physics you take in high school, right? Like physics you take as a high school sophomore. Like stuff you take just to like. I don't mean to be. I don't have a dog in the string theory fight. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just saying. I'm saying words. I'm not trying to. You want to take the. Okay, it is true though. Apparently it is phys ick. I'm getting the ick. No, I really wish I knew more on long theory. The like long man. About to pull out some physics beef. Don't let Fizzbuzz know. I know Fizzbuzz is into physics in the chat room occasionally. I know Tawans is also into physics. Don't let him know that I'm saying I'm casting umbrage towards string theory. How do we place the stairs? We just get valid stair coordinates and then place. If Fizzbuzz would agree, steel is heavier than feathers. It's true. Steel is heavier than feathers. Monogatari version. I see it in the background right now. I see it there. I see that it's steel is being heavier than feathers. Thank you, Chlorhall. Petercorn, be sure to print your paper on paper that is like 1/8 of an inch longer than usual printer paper. I'll test string theory by ordering spaghetti now. Very nice. I got some leftover spaghetti too here. I'm looking forward to that later. That might be something good for me. Although I'm out of my beef, I need to make more beef, and I forgot to defrost it. It's so hard being me. Place enemies and mute self. I think placing enemies probably is straight up iterating over every tile and like I don't know, what's a count? What's a sensible count here? max I32 let mute placed equals 0. And all of these are going to just be if self dot get tile x y why if let is it better to do pattern matching or eq compare? It's probably fine either way. Pre-tile what do you want to be? Room equals, we'll only spawn enemies in rooms for now. I too had udon synchronicity is real. Maybe like 1/20th of a qubit long. Isn't printer paper is different in the UK, right? This is the thing. It's different. .self are using classes. No, we're using it's sort of a class-ish thing in Rust. I'm using a struct in Rust, and that is it's a similar kind of deal. It's a similar sort of deal. So now, be honest, I'm pretending that it's not, but it is. It's basically that. It's kind of a class-ish thing. Class sort of brings in an implication of like additional of like inheritance or things like this. It doesn't do any. It's none of that. But it's a data type with associated routines, right? We have some data type for prefloor, right, that has a width and a height and a lighting and some tiles, and there are some it's not like a big function, it's a bunch of, a very, very common pattern in programming, so I'll be honest, a lot of the time will be that you have some data, right, associated, yes, you have some data, right, some data type that you want to maybe have many of, right? So for example, a unit in a game, right? Imagine you're playing an RTS, so now be honest, you're playing StarCraft. Well, a unit, well, it probably has some type of unit. It probably has coordinates X and Y. It has health. It has, cooldowns on it. It has all kinds of properties, right? And you're going to have many of those units. So you want to have a way to like bundle all of that data together, and instead of talking about like all independently, you can talk about, okay, unit X has this unit, there's unit X, there's unit Y, they both have all these properties, right? And then often you'll also want to have associated functions with that, right? You'll want to have, okay, so for my units, I can move them, right? I can change their coordinates. I can check their stats, right? I can deal damage to them, right? So what we're doing is we're just defining like we define a data type for pre-floors, which is like a concept that we're using in our level generation. And we just have a bunch of associated kind of functions on them, right? So to place down stairs or place a room at certain coordinates or retrieve a certain tile, things like this, right? So it's like that. And classes are one way that a lot of languages provide for you to make that sort of thing happen, right? To like declare one of these types and declare associated functions. But they also, I think the word class sort of like, it implies a lot of additional stuff too. I think class implies that there's like inheritance and other things that like maybe I think are not such a good idea. So like, so yeah. So we would say maybe we have a struct, we have a record with some associated functions. I'm kind of starting to regret using ECS instead of well, I don't know. I sort of regret not. I kind of want to implement some kind of ECS thing at some point. I don't, but like, it's just easy this way. Hello, Mod Colonq, you're actually down 1 boost. Hello, welcome in. You're down a boost because the stream crashed again earlier. It's fucking over. So alas, you're on the second round of the day. You're here for a minute. Welcome in. I hope you're doing really well. I miss you so much. Actually, I actually miss you a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. What's on the menu? You're mad. I see. Okay, if we set tile, we need to roll the dice too. We need to roll the dice. If rand thread RNG, let's say if place is less than or equal to max, less than max, and rand thread RNG dot gen bool 0.0 I don't know, 0.1. So what do we even say here? There's a 5% chance of generating on each tile. Like, well, who knows? This is probably something we want to control in some kind of let's say rate is, let's just make that someone else's problem. That's not my problem. Do this elsewhere. Pray Gendude. If Gendude arrives again, it's over. Yes, indeed, and Zulfik's also approaching. It's crazy. The The people, yeah, I mean, there's a certain group, there's people who are just here every time, right? So it's always going to be sort of constant in this way. I love crab sticks. I see seafood of some sort. So what do we want to set the time? We want to set it to pre-tile enemy. Every single person is my fucking enemy, bros. Okay, and now we want to go to the canonical Colonq crew. It's true, and it's always growing. You know, it changes over time. But I hope I express my appreciation enough for the the regulars. Also Zulfix, you're here. People are here. Okay, I'll do this. I won't do this now because it will be awkward. But like, if you're here all the time, I will gift you a sub. I like don't be watching ads here. Don't be watching like I'll do it now. Don't be like. I can't bear to think about it, right? Is the thing. This is the element of my personality that is not cut out for streaming, right? I see like I get to like people too much is the problem, right? I see like I meet people. Hello, Spikle. Also, oh no ads. You quiet. You're subbed already. You have the fucking founder's badge. Oh, and pure coin too. Well, let's just gift a bunch of subs, dude. I'm newly employed. We have some resources now. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It kills me inside, right? It's like, because I think like, okay, like here's the way I think. I think these people take time out of their week, right? People take time out of their week to come hang out with me on stream. We have fun together. We watch things. It's so good, right? It's a good time. Thank you, Niche Penguin. Also, I don't mean to like bait it, but like, and then I expect them to watch ads for me. I expect them to stare at fucking ads on the computer. Thank you, Niche Penguin. Also, you don't have to do that. I'll do it. I'll make it happen. I appreciate it though. Like, I just want like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I think about it, and it's like, do you get revenue from the ads or the sub? The ads I get hello shaders. I get extremely minor revenue from ads, not what it's worth. And the sub I lose. If I gift subs to myself, I get half, right? So it's like it's cheaper than them buying it themselves, right? So like it's my mental weakness with streaming. As I think of people who have like literally, I did not eat the rice. I threw the rice away. I think of you all like it's a lot, right? Like there's people here who have like watched me for hundreds of hours, who have spent so much time, who have chatted with me for months and months, for more than a year. Thank you for the gift to Fwofi also. Fwofi, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bait it. I'm not trying to be like haha. It just yeah, 6 months, dude. That's the deal. That's the deal, Zulfix. That's what we do. That's what we're doing now. Hello, Tilted Over. The like, I just figure like I should put my money where my mouth is, right? I should be like, if I'm gonna be like I would pay for there not to be ads, we're gonna fucking pay for there not to be ads. There's not gonna be ads. There's like, we are literally going to carry through this, right? If I see you here for fucking 3 weeks, there's not gonna be ads anymore. Like I will if I have to spend fucking a couple $1,000 a year on that, I will do that. It's fine. And there are other solutions that I can't talk about, but like, this is the thing. Hello, Retro Maximus Plays also. We're not living. I'm not having people who fucking who come here and are nice to me and support me and help me through all this shit look at fucking Billie Eilish ads for like that. Like, that's not happening. So that's the rant over. Back to this. You can't turn off ads. You can't turn off ads unless you disable, like, if you want Twitch features, basically. I would come up to debt collectors knocking. It's not so bad. Yeah, I've signed my life away. Yeah, you used to be able to. You can't. It's insane. The only choice you have, Purecoin, is you can choose between pre-roll ads. I haven't started yet, even LG. I think it's probably gonna be good though. I've been reading up some stuff a little bit. It's gonna be it's a minimal commitment, right? It's 2 days a week is what I've committed to. And I'm gonna keep it real 2 days a week. Like, I am not working other than I think I'm gonna work Saturday, Sunday is the plan for me, because those are like the easiest days, because that's the only 2 day contiguous stretch that is not immediately before a stream day. which is when I, you know, so I'm just gonna lock in Saturday, Sunday, have a little work. Or no, it's a computer thing. Use a Russian proxy. Hello, I'm Geyser. Also, welcome in. Subcontract out to LG. yeah, LG. If LG does everything, I'll just pay you 95%, LG. I'll just take a 5% cut. I'm subletting. We're no, it's fine. It'll be good. It's a friend of mine, and it's a friend of mine, and the work is pretty specialized. It's stuff I'm like pretty used to. There's no ads in Russia. Yeah, are there ads in Korea? I assume there aren't in Korea either. Who knows? You're far too powerful now. Yes, no ads in Korea. Okay, makes sense. Okay, where is spawn? We have enemies. What's the error? Go give me the error, please. No more fly check. Why? It says there's an error right at the top. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay, there we go. There we go. Error. We need to spawn. So if there's a stairs down, we need to spawn. We need to spawn. If there's an enemy, that just means it's a floor. That just means it's a floor, and then elsewhere we'll have to handle spawning the other thing. Where does from pre-tile actually, from pre-floor is here. We're just mapping on tiles here. We should spawn entities based on this. Let's entities equals hash map new. I got the funny colon number. Congrats must underscore bro. Thank you. I hope you have nice coworkers who will tolerate the absolute barrage of yapping you've probably become habituated to. Well, it's remote. It's all remote. So now I'll be honest, and hopefully it'll mostly be just, I don't know, like the person I'm working with is not a meeting enjoyer. So I'm hoping that it will be like, you know, like a minimal, like a meeting once a day or something that I'm working, or you know, it won't be too much, easy breezy. Yeah, I mean the actual work will be a lot, right? It'll be involved, but like it's like a startup kind of thing, but it won't be too bad. Reads like AI. Thanks for sharing, Geyser. You hate shaving? Yeah. Thank you for sharing this detail. I'm Geyser. I'm glad to know. Yeah, we did the startup in Moster again. That's the plan. I think it's gonna be good. I'm kind of getting a little bit hyped about it, honestly, right? I was a little bit like, yeah, you know, but I'm sort of feeling like once I'm working, I'm gonna like, because I was worried it was gonna take away from the stream stuff. Oh, enjoy dinner, Mod Colonq. Also, I'll talk to you later. I was sort of worried it was gonna take away from stream stuff, but I realized like I feel like I actually was more productive with like doing stream stuff off stream when I was working, which I think is because like. That was like like these days the stream stuff, like I still enjoy it a lot, but it's like my main job, right? So I procrastinate on the stream stuff. But back when I was working, I would procrastinate on my work by working on stream stuff, right? So I think it's kind of like that. I think I need more stimuli. I need something to do, right? That will like, yeah. This is the plan, hopefully. And also it's just like it's nice to do something like that, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to, yeah, big needs stimmy. You're constantly reading. No, I mean off stream, call me God. Like I used to like work a lot like when I was not streaming on stream stuff, and I still do that quite a bit, but like I feel like I've done less of it, largely because of that. Doing the other thing and then yeah, exactly. It's the infinite loop. Okay, let's do the little thing again. 40 pf dot width. Similarly, height. Utils pre-tile enemy equals utils equals pf dot get tile xy. Then we spawn an enemy at that position, right? We say entities dot insert. Is there a spawn? Do we have a spawn method? We do. Let's do this in a different way. hash map. Let's create the thing first so that we could call methods on it, right? Let's not do this. Let's put this down here. Let's put this here. Let's say this is, what are you whining about now? Purecoin, any plans for the air fryer tonight? Is this true? That candy in the shape of little pieces of watermelon. Damn, love them. Now we just gotta bind. We just say this is let mute ret equals self. And here we say ret dot spawn, so we can use the same code for incrementing the counter. And what entity do we want then? Are we using templates anywhere for this? Let's look at our entity code then. Entity.rs. Hey Colonq, I was doing a thing earlier that had be calling two functions at the same time by using spawn function instead of function. Is that a thing? What are you writing in? Is this Python or I assume that's doing some kind of threading, some kind of multiprocessing thing, right? It's what's going on. Roblox. Oh, I would never bully. We were actually looking at Luau, which is the Roblox Lua fork thing in the Discord the other day. So I'll be honest, I'm kind of interested in using it. It's pretty cool tech. Yeah, with that, I assume that's some kind of multiprocessing thing. That sort of thing can easily get involved to do. I don't know the particular implementation in Roblox. But so say you have two functions, right? And they both modify and read the same variable, and then they're running at the same time. It leads to situations that are difficult to reason about. But I understand why Roblox does it that way. Can we see Roblox spawn function? What does it actually do? What is spawn function? Serial and parallel? Yeah, it's a multi-threading thing, I assume. Maybe not a real thread, but yeah. Coroutines do the same, but with me. Okay, I see. Yeah, so this is getting into that's definitely fancy stuff. So now be honest, right? It's stuff that I even I'm mostly a single-threaded Andy. I'm not, unless I'm using I'll do parallelism or something that's stuff that, for later. Stuff for later. So I'll be honest for sure. Get a firm grasp of the basics first. Because that sort of thing, there's a whole world there. Low level, it's not necessarily low level, but it's just there's a lot of nuance there that can be easy to get lost in, I think, right? How do we make an entity? You just give it a template. Cool. If I say entity new, let's just spawn slimes, which is we just say entity. Where are all the templates declared? Are they just up here? Where do templates live? Where do the templates live? Do we not have the templates in here? We might need to pass that in somewhere. Where is templates? What is your place? Entity templates lives on game. I see. Let's pass that in then. Where's from prefloor actually called even? Oh my, this is gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a whole thing here, gamers. It's a whole ass thing. Which language are you learning? I assume they're writing some Lua right now for if they're doing Roblox sort of things. But yeah, I like how the slow Joel plays at the exact same frame rate due to our broken GIF. It's always a treat. Always tickles me. Yeah. I think Sun is trying to learn in general, but has been applying it in different places, right? What is okay? We need to get the templates. You just were reviewing a few minutes ago with the NixOS thing. I see. How is it treating you? How do you feel about it? Yeah, Ruby does that also. If we say templates, we're just gonna have to pass templates through, right? It's just as simple as that. Templates. We're gonna need templates to do this generation. Where is from prefloor called? It's called here. We're gonna have to pass in templates and generate floor. Templates, and then this is templates, entity templates, and generate floor, same thing. Templates, entity templates, and then index usize, templates. Where do we call get or gen floor? Call them all down here. How irritating. Can we do our templates in a better way? Is there a Big Max? I wish. Let's not do this. This is shit. This is shit. Let's not. No, we're not doing it that way. These are all just global, aren't they? Can I just make these all global variables? Like, why do we have to do it this way? Why did I do it this way in the first place? I have this big struct of these. Can I just make a bunch of global variables? For this? Is that possible? Is that achievable for us? I don't know how much. I guess I probably can't. Hello, thank you for the follow, Coral in May. And oh, we got there. Thank you. We achieved the funny thing. The funny thing for context, the goal was 4288 because the goal was 4096 before. We do powers of 2 around here for the follower funny numbers, and we increased it to 4288 because we had that one stream where all the bots followed us, right? There were like 109 there. The number of bots was 4288 minus 4096, right? So this is the actual one. So we got there. I like the ASCII is cute. Thank you. You can do all sorts of things with it. There's redeems that let you do all kinds of things. I like my personal favorite currently is this one right here. Such precision, and we keep it accurate, right? We don't bother with we don't allow those things to count. Thank you, Steffi Saw. Also, anime and tea with Steffi Saw. It's like a cozy blanket for my soul. It's true. The okay. I think the thing stopping us, like, we can't just plop this in a global variable, right? I mean, maybe, I don't know how much Rust lets you do comp time, right? If I say const templates equals templates, I don't think I can do this, right? I don't think this is possible. Maybe, is it possible? Can I do that, or is that not allowed? I assume that's not allowed. We're complaining about, that's an F64. Yeah, cannot call non-const function templates new and constants. Can I make, like, what does it mean to have a const function? Can I have a const function? Is that real? Rust const function. Like, how do I make something like this? Should be doable comp time, I guess, unless this from iter thing is not, and we can probably figure that out. Like, can I declare and use const functions? How do I do that? Do I have to declare that somehow? Const functions. Declaring a function const has no context. Everything should be fine. Const except the vec. Yeah, this maybe is not doable, but I could presumably just do like some kind of slice literal or something. Hello, Frogbird, and also Sukadri. Welcome. That's probably achievable. Like, how do I actually, is there syntax for this, or is it implicit? Right? It is compile time evaluable functions. Is this okay? That's a thing. We're not getting errors now. I should go back to the other thing that where's rate? Where is that happening? Dungeon. Let's just fix our other error just so we know. Rate. Where are you? Oh no, you're in utils. Rate. Okay, here you are. You're F64. You're F64 pub const function. Okay, cool. Back to entity.rs. Back to templates. Okay, good. Do you build? No, you don't build. You're telling us, you're going to tell us something useful though. Because our LSP, you're going to tell us cannot call const function the intavec, cannot call const function. We also cannot call from iter. Is there any way for us to comp time make a hash table? That's the main thing that's going to be aggravating for us here, right? This is just a synonym for hash map, right? Is there a way we can make a hash map comp time? Let's search hash map Comp time. I don't know if we are on nightly still. Why can't you iterate in const functions? Well, it's not that. It's that you can't. This is not a const function, I guess. And I guess maybe that's the question. Rust hash map const function. Idiomatic way to create a constant hash map with values. Okay, this is exactly what we're trying to do. Cannot be used. Use the lazy static. Okay, lazy static probably is what we want, actually, because we don't actually care. Like, this is cheap to initialize. Let's just do it the first time. Okay. Can we go lazy static style? That seems like the solution. Let's just do that. That seems like the easiest thing. Okay. Cargo, where's game cargo.toml? Lazy underscore static equals global constants. Hello, Eliphaz, also. Welcome. Okay, we got lazy static here. It's gonna take, it's rebuilding probably, which is why my machine is locked. It's okay. It's okay. We're living. There's a crate called PHF that does that. Yeah, but I want it to be a normal hash table, I guess, because I might want to like union it with some. Like I want these things to be normal. What for you the best way to learn? Just doing. Doing is the best always. Eliphaz underscore, I think, and reading is second to doing. And then that's probably it. That's probably the thing. I was thinking the other day, like, I was thinking about the you know, people come in and ask a lot of the time about like using ChatGPT as a, you know, effectively as a tutor, right? I don't know. Maybe this is my own personal biases or preferences. I think that's actually like, I always am like, I don't know about that. I'm starting to think maybe that's not a good, like maybe I actively am like not in that zone, right? Maybe I'm not an enjoyer. Yes. Oh, LG even posted lazy static, and I just literally looked over the message and did not read it. Excellent. How good of me. Where is this now? Can I just say lazy static? What is static? Okay, sure. If I say lazy static, pull this in, please. What are the? Yeah, I think beyond it being often wrong, I think there's something to be said about learning. Missing cannot be. Static ref. Yeah. There's funny macro syntax. Okay, cool. And now what type is templates now? Is it still, I would not learn via, yeah, if you have to know how to filter the wrong stuff, but more particularly, right, like I think a lot of what what's the best way to say this? Like, I think programming is learning. You just code, literally just code. Programming, the core skill is the ability to learn, right? The ability to like obtain knowledge and to use it to your ends, right? To acquire and interpret and synthesize from knowledge, right? This is the core idea, right? To be able to find the information and use it, and so like I feel almost like I wouldn't. Like having a tutor, having a mentor who is so involved can actually be harmful, right? Even if you do have a human mentor who is so involved, because like the skill to some degree is being your own mentor, right? The skill is learning to tutor yourself. I don't know. I'm thinking about that these days. Of course it can be helpful to have someone who's helpful, right? Who can teach you things. But I think relying entirely on another person or a robot or anything, is bad. Like learning the self-reliance of acquiring information is a good thing, right? Learning that you can just like fucking look shit up and find out about it and read documentation and stuff, and it's not that scary is a big skill. Okay. What is currently fucking us? Yeah, just write software, learn to read the manual. Yeah, thank you, Tilted Over, also for the streak. Thank you, of course, Eliphaz. I wish you well. Let's go back to game.rs. Where is entity templates happen? We no longer need entity templates. Where is that entity templates used? We no longer need that. Also, our comment was wrong. These can all be now. Let's just not spawn any of these. We'll still spawn the player, but instead of being this, it's now just entity templates dot player, right? No longer have this. What's the problem now? What's the problem now? Cannot call, because we're declaring a constant function still, which is no longer necessary, right? Pub, what are we? Pub const fn. No longer, don't do this anymore. Now what breaks? Now what breaks us? Private, oh sure. Static. Okay. Now we build. Excellent. No watermelons. Vlog posts instead of the watermelon. Hello, Pete Eater. Also, welcome in. It is watermelons. Yes, it's summertime. I kind of want to get a watermelon a little bit. It's a good thing. Although I think last time I bought one, I just never ate it and it just sat in my fridge and went bad. But you know, you gotta have some watermelon in the summer. It looks so trippy. Yeah, someone has morphed it into some kind of form. Hello, Ricardo Strikey. Let's reload the funny video game. We're not actually calling spawn enemy anywhere, I think, is the situation. So let's start spawning enemies in let's go, we need to do this first and foremost. We need to, the reason we did this in the first place, entity templates dot slime. Let's just spawn a bunch of slimes at X and Y. Been here for an hour or so. Got to get going, but I enjoyed your stream. Thank you so much, Pizza. I know it's a little bit. I always worry when new people come in and they're gonna think, "Who's this? Who's this? Who's this goon? Who's this? Who's this freak? Who's this absolute freak just going all over the place, like running a million miles an hour, not programming, talking about old PS1 games half the time?" But I'm glad you like it. And if you want to come back, no pressure, of course. If you want to come back, we have a Discord and an IRC. It's one channel. It's not too much. It's not some huge burdensome thing with 1,000 channels of people posting pet pictures and stuff. It's just one little channel. We hang out there, and that's where you can know. Hello, Gen Dude. Also welcome in. The Harbinger of Rune. We were wondering if you would come back. We were wondering if you'd come back and get the second boost post crash, Gen Dude. But now you have an unbeatable lead now against Mod. How many eMesh packages do you have, and how much do you made? I don't think I've ever made anything that was released to others. At least not that I'm willing to share on this zone. I'm staying for the absolute mad lad window manager. Yes, this is how it goes. Welcome in. It's great to have you. Actually, Harbinger right now. How do you say? How many packages do I have? Like direct dependencies, I can just look at my. Wait, I accidentally focused OBS. That could have been very scary. That could have been extremely scary. I pressed J and K at OBS instead of over here. Where is my emacs.nix? On this machine, I have this many. I don't know. I have this many installed. Which is not that many. I don't know, like 50-ish, 50, 55. And their dependencies. It's not like it's a competition. Where's JK? Yes. It's still kind of crazy that there's a global Twitch. This is better TV for oh wait, what the fuck? It's better, it's :TF bet. That's crazy. Discord, oh my god. Use LSP. I try to when I can. if necessary. Yes, there was double boost this stream, Gen Dude, and Mod Colonq missed the first one, so you've gained yet another foothold. Why you can't? Why I can't? Oh, sometimes it breaks. Sometimes it breaks horribly, which is what we observe sometimes. And hello, Yifweed, also welcome. Yeah, thanks for mentioning all. Yeah, it's not a competition. Yes. If we go to. Where are we going? Where on earth are we going? You were 2 ahead last stream. Maybe you. I think she arrived later, Gen Dude. I think it was before she was gone. She's traveling, so she didn't get it at the beginning. So I think she hit 101 last time, and then yeah, it's like this, right? It's like this. We get catacomb. Do we do spawn? Where do we do? Why do I keep getting prompted for a bash password? That's very concerning to me. I think it's probably just something incorrectly detecting the password feature due to some. You must keep the lead. Yeah, when you are the winner already, even if you like, just as chaotic was the winner of season 1, you are the winner of season 2. And until someone pulls ahead of you, and then they'll be the winner of season 3 probably. Welcome back. Where's the stairs? Where do we do this? We do place stairs here. Can we do place enemies? What's the rate? Let's do 5% enemies, and there's a maximum of 20 enemies. Okay, this until not if you doubt me. Well, it is if. It is if. I don't doubt you, honestly. And I appreciate Gen Dude. I appreciate all your support for real since for fucking ever. How did you even find this? Was it through Hex? Did you find us through Hex? Was that the thing? I don't recall. It's been so long now. Okay, now these guys see me. Can we kill? I didn't get the sword, so we can't. I went down, and we need to be smarter. You mixed. Wait, did I miss an event card? Through a Hex raid. I see. Wait, yo, how did I miss? I go to like I've been missing some Hex streams lately because I've been gaming. Did I miss an event due to gaming? Wait, is this true? Say it ain't so. Anniversary stream. Wait. I mean, first of all, shout out Hexadigital. We love Hexadigital. I'm missing streams in general kind of lately. Yeah, I know it happens. For me, it's the same thing, right? I go through periods of like, I'm sure you people see me around, right? Where I'm everywhere some weeks, and then some weeks I'm like busy, and I'm like more lurking. That's, oh no. I actually feel awful. I wish I had. I am like a regular of regulars. Oh, there they are. They're all available for a week, so they're harder to miss. Okay. First of all, happy anniversary, Hex 2. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I missed it. Oh dear. I apologize. And congrats on 2 years. That's huge. That's crazy. Actually, 2 years. Jeez, there's a new set of cards too. Okay, I gotta come back. I'm sorry, I've been gaming too much. 3 days ago, I was deep in Elden Ring. I was in the ring. Okay, let's get sword. Why is it so? It's slow. Okay, I'm realizing why this might be slow. The error that OBS gave me was relating to NV Inc., right? Which I assume is like a hardware accelerated NVIDIA encoder. So I wonder if OBS, the reason why it's so slow specifically when OBS is running is because OBS is using my entire GPU. Is this the case? Because of the repos, Artix feels similar to Linux Mint. I see. If this is the case, that seems like something to be considered. Hello, Spherophoria. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. It's great to have you. Stop stream to check it and come back. And it has dedicated hardware, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe my thing is bad in general. Rampage, indeed. Yes, welcome. Are you a Dota player, Spherophoria, or an Unreal Tournament head? Which one is it? I've been I have it from Dota in my youth. I say my youth, but I was convinced to play recently. But welcome in, everybody. A lot more Dota. I see. I have to wait 0 seconds. Shout out Spherophoria. Also, Spherophoria fucking rocks. I think from what I recall, I've been missing streams lately due to Elden Ring gaming, but I think Spherophoria you're still working on the Rube Goldberg machine, which is a really cool thing. You should totally check out, like, if we do we have convenient footage? NV Top might provide insight. Hello, Dallin EXE also. If we go to Spherophoria. Also, if you're new here and you don't know me, I'm LLLL. I'm the funny letters guy. Yeah, it's a Rube Goldberg machine with WASM modules. I'm gonna have to hop on and and Zig, you're just doing a bunch of really cool stuff. Spherophoria is fucking great. Yeah, Chambers. Yes, I will write one. I will commit to that. Once it's done and once it's in a state where like they can be written, I will totally write one on stream. That does something funny. So you have Yes, and remind me if I fucking don't, because I will. That's a good ass thing to do. If programming was crystal meth, his name would be Hank Schrader, an anime girl in a formal suit glowing the dark background, a metaphor. Get out of my way, I'll run you. What is this? And blame OBS. It literally is OBS. You can test it on your own device, Steffi saw. It literally is OBS dying as soon as okay, slime, there's aggro now. We're implementing aggro today. That's the idea. So the slimes can actually spawn and they can chase you around, but they won't chase you until they see you. And we have attacks and stuff. It's pretty good. We're running out of do we only have one? Does this take both arms now? No, we're good. It's not my heart rate, I know that. Yes. This is actually useful to look at right now, because the fact that it is so high is indicating something interesting. Because we already had the stream go down once due to OBS choking, giving me some encoder error and dying. So why is what is randomly using? Who knows? Real heart rate. Yeah, we've been replacing it temporarily. I guess we have to check. Did Sam Altman decide to? Oh, we're back. Also. Yeah, I need to pin some things. I need to use a separate computer, honestly, is the real solution for this, because the doing everything, as funny as it is to have Emacs be the parent process of OBS, the scary part is and just the annoying part is since I'm managing my Emacs packages with Nix, I can't I have to restart Emacs in order if I want to install a package in my usual way, and that means I have to restart the stream. So I can't. It's limiting in an annoying way. So I need to with the dual stream setup, I think is the future. How many foes actually spawned here? We set it at a 5% rate per time. Oh, there it is. So one problem is that they can see you around corners. There's no line of sight. Do you use Emacs as your login session? Yeah, the way I just log into the TTY Sphere 4, I don't have a display manager or anything, but I just my XNet RC is exec Emacs at the end. So yeah, it's since EXWM was my window manager, I just have my process table is just my login session that I just logged into the TTY X Emacs OBS in the tree. So yeah, basically it's kind of silly. Hello, Electric Cube Rhubarb. Also, there's no anything else. I'm ending turn by accident. I can still select this, right, and then I can just press 1. What happens when you package install with this setup? It'll work. It will work if I package install. I assume I don't even know if I have repos configured for that though. But I presumably it will. How do you list packages usually? List packages? Is it list packages or package list packages? Hello, UC10. Too young to be a graybeard, but he's trying. Yeah, I am trying. Okay, I can list. Is this my installed packages or is this every package? This looks like every package in some. This is in my installed packages, I think. Yeah, that seems right. There's not enough of them. And then up here is the actual packages that are available in GNU and non-GNU archive. I don't have Melpa on here. So I could presumably install something and it'll probably work. Or if I use package ensure or something else that uses package.el. I just don't want to do it that way because it's the way I'm installing packages and the way I have for years is just having them in my little Nix file, right? I normally just have I just list them here. And I like doing it that way because it makes it so I don't I guess with use packages it's kind of nice also because it will just auto install them all, but it's also I want to have the same versions, right? I want to, it's that kind of thing across machines. I don't want to deal with debugging some version change 10 different times based on what machine I'm on. And so I sort of have at this point, I really need to clean up my thing, right? I have too many configs going all at the same time right now. I don't know if any of you get this also. I get this feeling when things aren't right with my computer setup, I have this feeling of there's something wrong, right? it's almost like that feeling of like having like a hangnail or like being like mildly ill or something. And I'm saying this sounds melodramatic, but I really feel this way, right? And it's been too long for me now. I've been letting things get sloppy with like my personal config and the stream setup, just because it's been like there's a lot of it, and I don't want to break things, and these are excuses. But like I have this feeling I needed to like consolidate everything, get it nice, get it neat, get it clean. So that's probably coming at some point. I sort of have been telling myself that when I get the new streaming computer, that's when that will happen. But like, I don't know. I feel like when I know some of my software has upped. Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like that feeling of having like an alert, right? Having an alert on the screen, right? And like, I don't know. You get this, right? It's there's a little red icon somewhere, and you have to satisfy it somehow. Okay. So we can spawn a bunch of enemies now. And hello, Moster. Also, I didn't say hi. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. The updating software is strangely satisfying, but only on PC. I honestly have a similar thing with F-Droid updates on my phone, but I guess I'm on a phone where like all my apps are from F-Droid basically, or like Aurora Store. I sort of dread the few things that are not on F-Droid that I have to update, but like I also update them less than I should. I probably have a version of Discord that's like a year old. Because that's like the main. I think that's the only thing on my phone that is not just something from F-Droid. Oh no, I use an ebook reader also called Lithium that I like better than any of the open source ones. But like, yeah, I had to pin my Firefox version because DRM something broke. Yeah, that's hell in general. If you're trying to watch Netflix may God have mercy. God have mercy. I assume you mean DRM as in digital rights management, and not like DRM as in like the graphics thing. But maybe you do mean the graphics thing, in which case that's also hell. Yeah, I don't know. I feel grateful that I have no compulsion to watch. I feel grateful I know how to pirate things. Unlike again, like I don't know. Like young people don't do that anymore, right? Like piracy, that's not a thing. Like people don't do that. It sounds like a slot machine. Yeah, is this from a game? Is it from your game, Takeda?
You got both
Hello,
power.
Plutonium. Like that's just the thing, right? Like people are afraid of torrenting or whatever now. It's yeah, my beloved. Yes, the song. Is it an original composition? Is it from something? Is it it's kind of a nice little song. Okay. It sounds like I just won 500 tokens. Yes. Let's go back to entity.rs. We have can-see helper here, which is a Bressingham line drawing algorithm, I assume. Yeah. I don't remember when I implemented that. I don't know exactly what it does. We'll look at it. What does can-see do? Why do you not exist? Why are you commented out? You compile probably. The piracy meme I was about to send came from your Discord server. Yeah. I get that a lot too these days. Like I see something like I get it a lot because I like look for things to like, because I like talking. I like sharing things I find on the Discord, right? On the Discord IRC. What do you think about Vim, NeoVim? They're good. You know, they're good. They do the job. Prod already did it. I'm doing it again. We double up on those. We call that the double. And I see stuff all the time, and I go to check the Discord, and someone's already posted it. It's like in the morning or something, or I scroll up and find it. It's yeah, common situation. Okay, I wonder if can-see does it for us here. And maybe it does. What is can-see helper? There's something commented out in can-see helper that was making me a little bit nervous. Can-see, like, this little block makes me a little bit nervous. What is this trying to do? It's trying to say what is x1, y1? It's the second coordinate, right? We're just checking if it's this is some early quit, if it's this breaks the symmetry. I don't know what this is. I don't know what the fuck this is. I think this is for when I was doing, I don't know. Can-see helper is probably still used, right? Somewhere for the mini map, right? Can-see helper. Is that used? It is. It's used in update visibility, which is used to compute the mini map that goes as you explore. So, and that's just literally all it's doing is it's trying to draw. It's taking. Wait, is this hellish? Is this really bad? Why is this doing this so? We should limit the range on this. What it's doing is it's for every tile in the map, attempt to draw a line between the player and that tile, and if that line intersects with a wall, then you know that you end the line, right? You block the line off. You can this is the idea, and this is not wonderful. What a journey. Has the couch been acquired, Tomato? Welcome back. I hope it all went well. Your body is tired. Yes, furniture moving, that's a lot, especially if it's like real deal furniture. It's a lot. I hope you can rest now. Let's go back over to entity.rs. Slightly longer than outbound couch, and it was heavy AF. I see. I've had some fun moments of when I was in college. Okay, this is a good story. When Modclunk and I were in college, we borrowed a couch from her parents. That was like a futon couch. So it was like a double-sized futon mattress. Like a big bag full of you know what I mean, death, literal death. It was on like a wooden frame. So we had this thing in one house that we were living in, and then later on, when I got a job, we moved to, because Modclunk was still finishing up school. I rented her and me for a little while an apartment that was like a nicer, like not like a student housing thing, like a nicer apartment. And it was on the second floor, right? It was like a two floor apartment deal that someone was renting out, and it was much better. But we had to get in through external wooden stairs on the outside. That was our entrance, right? We went up the stairs outside to the second floor, then we unlocked our door and walked in. And probably the worst furniture moving day of my entire life was trying to get this futon couch inside, right? Those stairs. They were constructed in 1822. Yeah, it was old. It was old for sure. We just lugged. It was so bad. Especially because I don't think we had ratchet straps. And nowadays, like, I'm like, if we're moving anything, we need to have straps. We need to have like some way to like roll the thing up and like turn it, give it handles, because like just trying to like muscle the thing, it was oh my lord. Saw the lights that let Paul Revere know the British were coming. Yeah, it's true. Down in where were we? We're in I don't know, north south Boston or something. Yes, and also the orange things to tie on. Yeah. You gotta have the peripherals. Also a dolly, you know, like the things with the wheels. A dolly, the wheels and the forks, like the human forklift situation. That is essential. That is so fucking good to have. You gotta. It's crazy how much better your life becomes when you have a dolly. We have no shortage of straps, thankfully. Salute. Yeah, this is the way. Let's just make it so we check that on, like, it doesn't have to be hard. It literally doesn't have to be hard. Let's just check, and if the distance is that short, and this will short circuit, so this is not horrendous. Can see px py floor. This needs to be referenced to floor probably. Crazy how much better life is. Yeah, it's so much better. It's so fucking much better when you have tools. The sub icon is an L. Yeah, it was in the early days, we set it to the Twitch checkmark rotated to be an L, which was sort of I don't know why I did that. I have no idea. Like it just seemed funny. Like I saw the icon and I was like, let's rotate it to be an L. To be your clonkified or something. I don't know, but I think we might need something different, right? Like it's literally the Twitch icon image, but I recolored it gray and I rotated that is the thing. it was a clock because of Colonq. It can be that too. It can be both at the same time. We needed an icon. It's been this long and we don't have an icon for the channel points also. It's not, no, that is not a default icon. That is the LLLL special. Yeah, it's a clock. It's a clock. Okay, can we get sword where it's always 3? It's always 3. Okay. These things should no longer see us. Can we find a situation where you need to give us sword? Give sword, please. What in the cow? Yeah, you know how it is. Can we find a situation where it doesn't see us until we are? It sees us there. Where is it? Oh, it's just directly across. Burger in the cow. Cow tools. Is this a cow tools scenario? A times A. Okay, here's another. This is working pretty well. Polyfill.io is intermittently serving malicious JS. Oh, that seems like hell. Can we see? Is this on the orange? This seems like an orange site story to me. Do we know? Polyfill supply chain attack hits 100,000 plus sites. Very good. Very good. Yeah, Polyfill is a JavaScript CDN. So it seems like they were bought out, given the text new Chinese owner of the popular Polyfill JS project injects extremely cool. Yeah, and it's in particular Polyfill usually means it's a compatibility thing, right? It's something that like you know, like if a newer version of the newer browsers supply a feature, you might have code that does that feature kind of manually that you run on the old browser, so it's compatible. And it seems like their CDN to get their library easily. Oh, is it kind of huge? Intuit? That's kind of an own like that's sort of a scary situation. JSTOR is not so bad, you know, but like still could be credential leak. But Intuit, that's TurboTax. That's people trying to do their taxes. Your washing machine. I don't know, is it the same Intuit? That seems in February. Has this been, so yeah, this could have been happening since February. I don't know, presumably we have some kind of history here, maybe or maybe not. It depends on what people can dig up. Maybe they dynamically generated based on the HTTP headers, so multiple attack vectors are likely. Decoded one particular malware which redirects mobile users to a sports betting site using a fake Google Analytics domain, which is googleanalytics.com. The code has specific protection against reverse engineering and only activates on specific mobile devices at specific hours. It does not activate when it detects an admin user. It also delays execution when a web analytic user service is found, presumably to not end up in the stats. That's very cool. Extremely cool. Yeah. Hello, Caddy Shot also. The chat summary: chatter touches on a mix of confusion over an item presumed to be a clock, an alert about a potential malicious JavaScript served by Polyfill.io, and a quirky revelation about a washing machine brand. Very true. Very true. Yeah. I mean, that's just saying that the unofficial package repos are unsupported, right? Which you get the same thing anywhere, right? If you add a PPA on Ubuntu or Mint or something, it's going to be unsupported as well. It's going to be the same, come with the same kind of warnings. That's yeah, huge, kind of huge. Well, don't use Polyfill. Don't use Polyfill. I never use. Is that chat summary? Yes, it is. It is. It's we're getting the ideal features here. There's Slime. Where does Slime? He's just down in the corner, so he can see us. He can see us. Yeah, we're emulating the YouTube feature. I don't know if you've seen Sun Albionis YouTube chat. I don't know if you're on YouTube, right? Yeah, just write it all. I feel like I always just like, I mean, the way to do is like using CDNs feels like the thing, like that's like an ad hoc, I don't know, like I feel like maybe there's things that do this automatically. Okay, this one probably hasn't seen us. If we move down one more, it'll see us. Yes, okay, it saw us, and now it'll chase us. Excellent. So we have, why are there so many in this room? Oh my god. Oh my lord. Die, please. It's kind of funny that it plays the hit sound multiple times. Is this your game? Yes. This is the video game. Colonq is so dead. I made it. I literally lived. I literally lived due to my tactical genius. And I can live again. I can literally live again if I use the end turn tactical ability to avoid Zugzwang. To obtain, yes. Wholly your game. Yes, indeed it is. Although someone else, I paid someone for the assets, and I'm going to pay someone for more assets. The enemies don't know how to turn. The enemies rather, they I mean, you have so much of an advantage over them because the turns end when they move, right? So like if you force them to move towards you. Is the background 3D? Yes, it is actually. And there's actually you can go first person too. You can go for it's true 3D. But it is billboarded sprites. It's actually 3D, yeah. Yes. You can see it in your browser. So I'll be honest. If you go here, it runs in the browser. And if it doesn't work in your browser, let me know because we're always trying to find out why it doesn't work in people's browsers. This is the way. Such is the way. Okay. Okay. Where to next? We have spawns of enemies. We should make the spawning of enemies more clever, right? Right now we're only spawning, like we're just, that logic exists inside of here, right? We're just spawning templates slime. Perhaps we should make a thing that waits. I got stuck. I see. Yeah, you can attack if you pick up the sword. You can attack by pressing 2 and then going into. It's a whole. The controls are not well explained right now. They'll be customizable. You pressed enter. Yeah, perhaps. Hello, Jube Bray. Also, it got stuck. It got stuck. Well, pressing enter should do nothing. It should do nothing. If the prompt is still there, you can press 1. Yeah, it's not your too smooth brain. It's just that the controls are specifically for my testing purposes, and they're not good right now. They're not good, and that they will be reconfigurable. Yeah, the controls are WASD 1 2 QE tab space right now for various things, which is only that way so that I can play with one hand. You just had to press 1 to go down. There's nothing really that happens. There should be enemies on the second floor now, actually. That's something to explore, right? Because we're just spawning them as part of the dungeon layout. So it no longer is like we manually spawn in 5 slimes floor 1 and then nothing happens. There should be foes every floor, but we also spawn into nowhere, which is slightly concerning. I don't know why we're spawning into nowhere. That'll get us. Is that happening? Is that replicable? Is that every time? Because that worked before. What's the deal with that? Is that a change we made? It is clearly something bad happening. Fuck. How do we fix that then? How do we fix that? There's no Westnoth game? Or if I had to guess if anyone would be a Battle for Westnoth fan, it would be you, Takeda. I haven't played Westnoth in so long. That'd be so damn. Westnoth fucking rocks. It's good. I should try and get. I bet actually I could convince some people who are like not even like programming freak people. I bet I can convince a good mix of people. What if we did a Westnoth thing? Like, what if we got like a bunch of people together for stream and did a Westnoth game? Got Me Addict to Stay on Linux, TVH. Like, I'm sure it's on Steam too, right? Like, you can play. Like, I'm talking about Battle for Westnoth, which is like an open source. It's one of the most polished, I guess, open source games. It's been around forever. It's like a strategy RPG thing. Like a hex based. It's like Fire Emblem almost, but on a hex grid. And it's kind of cool. It's a cool ass game. These tiles I will forever. Oh my god, what's the one I remember always? The footpad sprite from the one campaign that's built in. I wonder, we could probably get something going with this. After you play it a few times, you're so addicted. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's free software. It's GPL2. It's great. So why are we not getting another floor? That's a question. That is a tremendous question, actually. Why are we not properly generating another floor? Is it because of the thing that we're doing I wonder here, computer. I have a hunch. I have a little bit of a hunch. In update.rs, where is that return? This little early return that we're doing here. If we don't do, does this break it for us? I just have a hunch that this is breaking something. I don't know. All the OS Linux nowadays. Yes, it's true. You know, the naming of things is not so important. I don't, you know, words are less important than, you know. Oh, it is that. I think it is that. We're still spawning in the wall, but like I wonder if it is this still. No, we're always spawning in the wall. Why are we in the wall? Can we replicate? Is this actually like it? Hard when things are randomly generated like this. What is that? That was bad. That was bad. Why did that happen? Why did the stream go to 2 FPS for a moment? That's kind of scary. On the reload, take the stairs down. We're always spawning in the wall. What, you need more? Yeah. Concerning. If I do return some, why would this even change? This is the enemy turn. Hello, GU Codes. Also, welcome. Okay, do your rebuild. Let's test. Now we're in the wall again. What's going on with this? Excuse me? Clearly we're generating a level. Can I do anything?
First blood.
I can end turn. Hello, Pluie et Nige. Also, thank you for the follow. I can still end turns. Like, it's clearly like my situation here. Like, I can't move because I'm surrounded by tiles. Why is this like, we should be going to the stairs. Are there stairs on this level that was generated for us here? We can see the level layout here. Are there stairs on it? The stairs should be yeah, there are stairs. Are we changing the player's position at all? We should be, right? We're saying, well, I'm curious why this is making a difference, because this is just saying don't do the oh, we're not setting the turn state. Oh yeah, that's true. That will do it. Yes. And we're not, how do we have a good way? Like, this is the sort of thing I want go to. Does Rust have go to? No, we don't. This is where, like, I want go to in, like, this is where, like, the Linux kernel will use go to pervasively. If I have some, like, error, if I have some, like, end state and I want to return early. Yeah, I am dumping the entire map to console every time so I can, for testing purposes. It's not for gameplay purposes. It's for finding things easily and looking at the map to make sure it looks right purposes. Live does not get stuck. Yeah, the one that's on there is not getting stuck. Go to in Rust would be hilarious. Yeah, I guess I could kind of get go to like I could just put everything in a loop, and then I could put everything in a loop and then break at the end. Like, you can kind of get pseudo go to with like named loops or just any loops and like breaks and can, right? Like that works. Like, if you want to quit early and so annoying. You know what? We won't even, let's not. Okay. We'll indent one block further. It's okay. We'll live that life. That's the life that we chose. You can usually get rid of go-tos. Yeah, do while and break. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. Indent 100 lines, please. Okay. This is good. Like, we were just trying to avoid doing that in the first place, and it's not so bad. Does it build? And we're still fine. Okay. Do you work now? Stairs down? No, you don't work. Why do you not work? No defer or makeshift object destruction that can be used similar. Maybe. Defer would probably be a nice thing, right? Like, That's ultimately what we're looking for, to like call a bunch of shit when the thing returns. But I think honestly it's just simpler to do this. Like the logic is simpler, just to like, we were doing it that way just to avoid having this if wrap everything. And it's like, whatever, it doesn't, this is simple, it's cleaner. Then I will take the plus 4 columns of indentation. Do we have why is it breaking? That's the big question. Why is it still breaking? Like, we're building. We are building. Where does the stairs thing happen? That happens probably in game.rs do turn, on a movement, on do action rather, in a movement action. When we move to a stairs down, there's alert callback stairs down. Where is this used? Probably back in stairs down. We use dungeon descend entity. What is descend? Let's log this. Descending entity, right? Clearly it's happening, right? But like, we can observe the question mark operator. Yeah, that is nice. That's nice for making the early return happen without the if. The problem is that we don't want to return. We have to do some stuff before we return, regardless of whether the thing succeeded or failed. The thing I want actually is what I said last time. Even I want monad, right? I want much more flexible question mark operator. I want the ability to we're trying to find what triggers the bug. It's just that we're not getting, like, normally when you go downstairs, it should look for a tile to place you on. It should look for a tile. I need monading and go to. Yeah, we need both. Because really, I like, if I could use question mark operator inside of a local block, right? If I could say let x equals a block, and then I could say foo, like let y equals foo, let z equals bar y, z, right? If I could do this and have x be a sum, be an option, whatever type z is for try blocks, yeah, this would be really good. This is all I want, because like the question mark does exactly what I want in terms of the early, like, it's monadic bind for maybe, but like I just want to be able to do it like locally. I don't want it to have to be like a function return. Hello, Julian C. Also, I don't know. Maybe there are reasons why this should not be the case, though. I think a squared felt like it would be hell for some kind of type related reason, which is maybe true. But you can't help what you want. This feels like a situation where we kind of want our debugger. Can we get our debugger going here, or is Chrome gonna kill us instantly? We die instantly if Chrome. I think to get our debugger going, we need to actually have we need to change our thing, right? We need to go to our main. We need to go to our file, our index.html file, and uncomment this to keep debug, because it wasn't working on the release builds when we didn't have that on, which is hell. But you know how it goes. Tool version mismatch. Why are we getting tool version mismatch? That's notable, I guess. Sure, we'll take that. If I go to, can I start the debugger? Does that work for us here? Let's see if this is horrendous. QIX, baby. Let's start it up. Chrome attach. Does that try and start Chrome also? I think it's supposed to. It's an older version. It's an older version on there. Elysium Plane. This is it must be a change that we just made has caused this to happen, and I'm unsure what that change is. But something is going wrong. Hello. Palette swap. Oh, palette swap hat is currently, it's the same as palette swap hair and stuff, Polyglitch, but I don't have my hat on anymore. Let me turn that off. The get log fun, that I guess we can see everything that happened today since we last updated, which is not that much. but who knows? I mean, I think some of this stuff might be it, like the new level generation thing, the placement of entities is possible. Like this is just indentation. I scanned polyglitch out of 4 points. Yeah, god damn. I have to go to the power ups and channel points section to turn this off. Can you turn off power ups yet? No, seemingly not. Although I think they're pretty good, honestly. The power ups, if I could make them free, I would. I wish you could do that. Okay, palette swap hat is off. Let's just try our debugger. If I open Chrome debug, if we go Chrome debug localhost 8080. No, please don't reinstall Chrome. Please don't. What are you fucking doing? What are you doing? Can't update Chrome. I don't want to update Chrome. I don't want to relaunch to update. I don't want to do any of this. I want to go to Obligate of General webpage. Yeah, I wish it was taller as well. QIX. Okay, start the debugger. Start the debugger. Can we go to, let's split the screen. Let's go to let's go to update.rs. Where's descend entity? It's here. Can I set a breakpoint here? And can we enter? Right? So now this should break when I press 1. Now we're here. Now we're here. So what is happening that's causing this to occur? Let's also get a view of our locals. Where's QID L? Okay. Here's local variables. Let's actually rearrange these frames a little bit so that, I mean, Chrome is taking up a lot. Like, it's not like the window is gonna get any smaller. Locals. Quite an L indeed. Let's step through a little bit. I guess. So entity. This means S entity should return a thing, right? We do get the floor. Do we get the entity for EID? We remove it from the floor. We return entity. Right? Okay. Next, can we see the locals? Can we see locals? Hello, code newbie. S entity is an option that we have no way to, like, presumably, can we observe this anyhow? I don't know if we can. This is our first time really trying our funny little WebAssembly debugging setup in anger. But I wish we could tell easily whether this was a sum or a none. But I guess we can tell obviously from this branch next. Okay, QID next. Okay, we're here. Okay, entity obviously is a thing. Entity is an entity. We can observe entities' position, right? And all its things. It's a x46.9, which kind of makes sense because we're here. So we're gonna spawn it on the next floor, which means we're gonna place it on the next floor in the next floor's entity table, but we're not changing its position just yet. Okay, does this go? Next. Next. Okay, now we get the floor again. Now that we've spawned it, right? We get px py equals 0. So we're going to iterate over the floor until we find a tile where it is equal to it is floor, right? We're just going to loop over this forever. So if I set another breakpoint down here, UID B, and I say QID C to continue, we should get down here. Why can we not see locals anymore? Oh, they're up here. They moved above. PX is 47 and PY is 28. And now we're going to set EX to 47 and PY to 28. Oh, are we getting the wrong floor? No, we shouldn't, because we're saying we're calling self, we're incrementing floor here, right? This is true. This is true. Time for the final two selections. I've decided. I see. QID next. Okay. Oh, we're not getting the entity again. The entity isn't found in the new floor. The entity is not found in the new floor. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, because I know why it worked and why it doesn't work anymore. I know. Okay, I see everything now. The problem is we're trying to retrieve by ID. And the problem is IDs are floor local. And we're treating the IDs like they're global entity IDs, but in fact the entity IDs are local to a floor. So what's happening is we're trying to retrieve the entity with the same ID as the player on the next floor, which it just doesn't, it's not real. It doesn't exist on the next floor. Probably because on the first floor there are more entities, there are more slimes, and the slimes are so what we need to actually do is, instead of calling get entity new EID, we need to get the player. We need to get whatever entity matches this one somehow. It's not necessarily only the player descending floor, it could be something else. So probably what we want to do actually is we want to have spawn return an ID. It should if it doesn't. There's also prod script for the redeems. Yes, that also can be helpful. Can also be helpful. And there is the non-existent our own script for the redeems. One day, God, I hope so. Let's let EID equals next entity ID. This is EID. Let's return EID. What is EID? Is it an I32? This should probably be a use size. I'm being very sloppy with my use of integral types. I'm just like defaulting to I32 everywhere, which is like, we should at least default to I64 probably, right? We're on like, well, I guess WASM is 32-bit. So like maybe that is, whatever. It doesn't matter. I should probably be doing something more sensible, but like you just saying I32 everywhere is like probably okay. And having it be signed lets us do nice things. Like we have like an invalid ID for -1 instead of putting in an option. It's whatever. And whether that is a nice thing or not probably very much depends on the reader. But for me I think it's not so bad. Let's go back here. Where is descend entity? It's here. So we need to get the new ID here. This is the situation. So let's be careful about this. Let's the new ID equals this. We just need to add else cases here pervasively. Do I need to have the funny things? I probably do, right? There we go. Is this Fire Emblem sword, or it's a sword from Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup's sprites? Is the idea? Okay. Can I bind multiple in? You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna say some NID. We can just match a tuple. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way to go. Okay, and then we can get entity NID. Oh, we're back. Hello, Salad for Rest. Thank you for the raid, friend. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. It's great to have you. How do I not? I don't follow you. What is this? What's going on here? Welcome in, Raiders. It's great to see you. Hello, Kinski Unplugged and Qbert3. Welcome both. I hope you're doing well. Can we get a shout out for Salad for Rest? If you don't know me, I'm LLLL I'm that guy. I'm him. I'm mostly him. What were you up to today, Salad? We're hanging out. We're making this little video game. We're trying to debug why going down the stairs doesn't work right now. That's kind of the major idea of it. So we're gonna explore why that is. If I refresh this, does it fuck us? Does it cause a situation? Wrong type argument, integer or marker p nil. It does appear to cause a little bit of a situation if we refresh the page. No, has it been? Have we fixed ourselves? Did it fix me? Are we getting fixed? Maybe we're not getting fixed here. I think we are perhaps not getting fixed at all, in fact. How do we recover from this? Our shit's totally locked. Working on assets for game and instantly got sleepy, Lamau. How do we go? My mouse is totally frozen. This is an Emacs special that we're getting right now. Do I have a keyboard that I can use with this thing? It's a Colonq moment, you know, a classic, one of the classics that there is. So the solution to this problem is for me to switch to the second SSH from another computer and pkill. That actually probably is a sensible option. Let's actually do this. I can SSH in from another. Do I have trust? Can I SSH in on this machine? That's the question. I think I probably can. I know I can from this machine to others. Let's see. If I switch my monitor, we have so many challenges today. Do you have a Next theme install? It's just whatever the default is. I don't know. If I SSH Colonq, does this work? Okay, I can't SSH into my stream machine from elsewhere. If I pkill Chromium, if I pgrep Chrome, if I pkill Chrome, okay, that killed Chrome. Did that fix us? No, it did not fix us. If I pkill -sig user2 Emacs, that caused a bunch of things to happen, and we went to Gaming Sunday, which is kind of scary, because that could have been a camera. That could have been a camera input. It's going back to Gaming Sunday constantly. It's constantly going back to the Gaming Sunday scene. Well, how do we fix that? How do we fix that? How does this happen? It's literally, it won't let me click on non-Gaming Sunday. This is new levels of Colonq jank. Like, I click on any other OBS scene and it switches, it goes back to Gaming Sunday. It won't undo Gaming Sunday. Computers, don't we just love them? If we switch back here, does it work now finally? Okay, are we back? I just had to wait a second. What the fuck? Okay, we've recovered. We have INTJ stare. Well, that's normal. That's okay. I think we've recovered. Usually the way you have to recover from these things is I would just switch to another TTY and send sig user 2. So I'm glad we could SSH in, because my keyboard doesn't work on this. No, it's just the trackpad that does. We're fine. We're fine even with the keyboard. We're good. We would have been okay. I have to toggle debug on quit now, because what you can do, okay, here's a great Emacs tip. It has a GPU, but I don't know if I'm utilizing it, and it's actually worse than if it didn't have a GPU, Nellicor. So that's it has a discrete NVIDIA GPU, and it is hell. How do I shut down the debugger in general? Can I say dap delete session, delete all sessions? Okay, don't do that. Let's not try and do that again. That was really scary and awful. The Emacs tip is, do you know about signals? Do you know about signals like there's various, if I say K, there's various signals you can send to a process in Unix, right? People are used to sig, like control C is sig int, right? This kind of thing. There's sig term. There's all kinds of different singles. There's sig kill to kill, yeah, force kill. There are two signals there's sig user 1 and sig user 2, like sig usr 1, and I think the intention is that they are application specific signals. That the user is. I think this is the idea, right? Sig. If I search sig user 1, maybe it tells us. Maybe it has more context about what this is supposed to be. Yeah, they're user defined signals not triggered by any particular action. So different programs respond to them in different ways. Like I know, but so what Emacs does is if you send sig user 1 in the signal handler, it calls toggle debug on error, and if you send sig user 2, it calls toggle debug on quit. And what those things do is they make it so Emacs will drop into the debugger into its own like backtrace thing whenever there either is an error, which normally it might just ignore, or if there's a quit, which is like pressing Control G or like other things that can happen, right? So if you ever have, if you're becoming an EXWM Andrew, right, and your Emacs process ever locks up, which it can do because it's single threaded, the thing to do usually without killing it is to go somewhere else, go elsewhere, like, you know, Control Alt F2 or whatever to go to your other TTY, and then send it sig user 1 or sig user 2 if that doesn't work, because that'll generally get you out of a stuck situation. And that's only if you're truly stuck, right? Normally mashing Control G does something sensible, but if it's truly stuck, then that is the way. I'm glad we recovered that. I don't think my heart could bear another crash. I couldn't. My delicate gamer's heart couldn't take it. You know how it goes. Let's see then. Many signals are able to override default handlers. Yes, it's true. Hello, Chaotic Lilac. Can all of them do that? I know. I mean, quit presumably cannot, or kill rather. Sig kill presumably is like an OS. The OS is killing the thing, right? I hope you're doing well, Chaotic Lilac. Does this work now? Does this son of a bitch work now? If we go to localhost 8080, do you work? I'm sorry for my foul language. I'm being so crass. Okay. Do you go down? Okay, now it works. We take the stairs down. We are placed in a position. We can still end our turn. There are more foes down here. I didn't know they made a window manager for Emacs. Yes, many don't know this. Now we're just dead. It's not super popular, but I think it's pretty good. Like, I think it's good unironically, not just as like a haha, it can do everything joke. It's actually good. We probably should check that we're not spawning on an entity also. But that's a separate concern maybe. What else do we need to do here? What needs to happen? I think let's make more entities. Honestly, like, we have these sprites, we could just like make more guys. You may have been wrong. You can definitely do pretty much everything, right? Like, you can definitely have a complete digital life within the walls of GNU Emacs. The mountain fortress. It's you can be living pretty good. Okay, these guys are gonna see us. Twitch plays oob. Just that one's gonna see us. Yeah, our stuff is pretty good now. This feels pretty nice, right? Like we have stealth gameplay. They can still see you around corners slightly if the corner is not super tight, right? Which is annoying, and that's probably also not symmetrical, which we probably need some kind of better line of sight computation thing, or better, you know, that seems necessary. But you know, for now this will do. What is next? So what did we put down? I mean, it's more monsters is what's next. Less hacky level generation, sure. Aggro for enemies, sure. Let's do more foe. Not enough like an OS. What is biblicality? It's there's a YouTube video. It's a joke from a long time ago. That has held up well, I think. You can see my one video. It's pretty nice though. It's Hatsune Miku. Yes, it's like this. It measures how many words in your message are in the Bible. Is the idea. It was a bit from a long time ago. You know, people were always, there was the thing people were saying where none of those words are in the Bible, right? It's like that, right? They talk like this. So we made a thing that measures how many times your words are in the Bible. That's why some words are like white and some are like this dark red color. It's because these are less. My favorite vid from you. Thank you. It's a classic, a modern classic, you might even say. Let's get more foe. Let's just go. I think this is as simple as, honestly, if we just go to templates, if we go to entity.rs, where is our templates? They're just in templates new down here. Like, can we just make templates for everything? Let's make bat. Can we make John Bat and John Orc and all sorts of different creatures? Bat is texture is bat, name is bat, HP is 1. Let's give bat 2 arms. We can give bat 2 arms. We can have double arm. Why is template just an actual? That's kind of fucked that it's this way, but that's an actual struct. But I guess it makes things nicer to not have to do a hash table lookup everywhere. It's kind of nice to just be able to like get this field. And I guess it is known at compile time how many entities we have. So like it's fine. It's fine. Let's make bat. We can also make a method on templates called random. I don't know. Is that okay? I guess here if we're doing like let's do this way. Let's say and a self. Can we do the funny lifetime thing? This gets a random. We want to get a random template reference from ourself. We're not going to get error messages. Thank you. This is going to be rand thread RNG dot. Is there a convenient thread RNG to like? I guess we gen range 0 dot dot. Let's choices equals. We manually list all the choices. Self dot slime, self dot bat f. Wait, we're f. I don't think it's f. I think we're good. You might have to refresh if you're dying. I think Geyser is just trying to give me a panic attack. Is what it is. It's Geyser's up to his mischief again. Choices.len. IDX equals that, and then we just return choices IDX. Maybe is the way. Does this build? Do you build? I think you're building. Hello, Maradine. Also, welcome in. Is that an I am Geyser emotional icon? Not Guy Scribbles from I am Geyser by Maradine? Hell yeah. I returned from eye exam. Glasses purchased in taco time. I see the stream timer is not accurate. Was there? Yes, there was. Yellowberry HN. Is this? Did you have to refresh the screen or was it still running? Because there was we had a OBS crash due to encoder error due to me trying to build Rust C by accident through Nick's situation. Similar to what happened. There was a digital death, so we had to. Yes. I don't know how far. What time is it even? It's 8. Is it 8:30? I've been going for 6 hours now. Is that accurate? I think. Okay. I don't want you to worry and keep in mind. I know that. You know what? Your balls are burning. F. The sub message just doesn't come in as a chat message. Oh, I see. I'm really tempted to buy this newly invented woodwind instrument for $3,000. Well, what is the name? What's the instrument called? What is its nature? Is it good? Is it a good instrument? Random. Let's randomly pick a guy instead. Let's go to assets again too. We have a separate assets thing for like where does slime live? We just list them all here, right? We could just iterate over templates here, but I don't really want to do that. It's wild. It's wind. The glissotar. They made the glissotar on here.
Introducing the glissotar, the first member of.
Do you play woodwinds already? Are you an oboist?
Continuous pitch woodwind instruments.
They are pretty sick.
Glissotar is a result of years of development and is truly.
Because it's the result of years of development, Nullagor. You gotta keep up here.
The instrument.
Sorry, I love you. I'm sorry. Glissando.
Instead of holes, we have a gap on the instrument, so we can go between the notes just like on a violin.
I feel like it's sort of cheating to include other musical accompaniment in your video that is like there's clearly drums and things happening here. That seems against the rules. Iwis are clear. Oh, you got 2 Iwis. I see. You can pluck. You can pluck on the Glissotar. You can release the strip. You can play without mouthpiece. You can half cover the bell.
Not much has happened in the development of woodwind instruments since the saxophone was invented 180 years ago.
This is very powerful. This fills the void in your life. Hello, Ray March. I kind of want to buy a... I've never played an instrument in my life, and I kind of want to buy a Glissotar. Now, they're doing a very good job in marketing. Glissonic is doing a good deal. They're making it seem very, very classy and cool. I just think of myself. Like, I think of myself now. Like, I'm gonna... Visions are going through my head of, like, I have a Glissotar. I have a Glissotar now, and everyone's like, it's like this elegant instrument made of tropical hardwood, and everyone's like coming over, and they're like, "What's that, Colonq?" And they're like, "I'm like, yo, it's my Glissotar. Check it out." And I'm busting down. I'm playing my woodwinds. I'm insanely impressive. You're an Iwi guy. Is this real? I don't think I have the manual dexterity to operate any instrument. Honestly, this is like a Chapman Sticks for a while. Is an Iwi like a digital? Is it digital? It's MIDI? That's pretty good. I do like that. I don't want to have to put it in my mouth though. This is pretty good with a breath controller. I agree, that is cool. That is pretty damn cool. I'm not going to lie to you. Hook it up to an air compressor. Yeah, I have this loud as fuck air compressor in my room. This is above V Cool. Like Tony Levin. Damn. It's a MIDI. It's fine. I've hooked up my Iwi to my modular synth, and that actually does sound incredibly fun. I'm not going to lie to you. That does sound extremely cool. You can get a full MPG controller that has articulation per MIDI note. The first Emax powered. We already have it. We got a couple of those lying around. Hello, salted clam soda. I quit playing woodwinds because the reeds are just too mouthwatering. You keep eating the reeds. The only thing I know about music is literally everything I know about any sort of music, like woodwinds or horns, comes from the anime Hibiki Euphonium, which kind of indicates my lack of cultural awareness, I think. Okay, if we get bat now, there should be randomized actually already spawning of bat and also other. Let's see if we can find bat. There's other. There's John Slime. Can we get bat also? We didn't pick up the sword, which is going to mean we're going to be met with a swift demise, I think. Unless we can swiftly find other. Oh, there's bat. It's bat. It's literally they made bat in the game. Massive shadow. No, we didn't do the shadows yet. I've been doing other things. Okay, like it all just works because everything's in the same spot in the sprite sheets, right? Like bat can attack. They can kill. They can kill. Let's just make every guy. Can we put every guy in the game? We can give them different. We can start trying to think about giving them different moves too and different behaviors, which seems pretty good to me. Man, what is man? A miserable something. Do we know let's go back to templates. What's the complete list here? What's the full list of these things? Slime behaviors? Yes. If we go to assets, what are our guys that we got? Entity. We have bat, we have goblin, we have goblin sniper, which we'll deal with at a separate occasion. Goblin. We have orc. We have what else? What else do we? Is player just loading the orc? Okay, we already have the orc texture loaded. We have rat. Let's put them in order, actually. We have slime. We have spider. We have troll. We had friendship and harmony. That would be pretty good. I do want to have some kind of pacifist. I like having pacifist. It's a good thing to have. Okay, we have bat. Okay. We have goblin. It's good when you get goblin. Goblin. Do blobs glow? I don't know about that. I'm unsure about that. Let's just make them all the same for now, because we're going to disambiguate them using their AI behaviors and also their skills and things, right? What they do to you. Orc. Orc is real. Rat. Rat is very good. It's good when you have a rat in your life. What else? We have slime already, and then we just need spider and troll. Let's get those two. Let's get spider. Spider. And we also need to get troll. 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 I'm not changing the names right here. I'm not changing their textures in the proper way. I see now the file path does indicate we are going oob mode. We are going oob mode today. We fixed a bunch of other shit too. I made a thing. I didn't realize I had not made the thing before. I made a thing to use as an OBS browser source for collabs, because I was like, how am I supposed to do collabs? The video is gonna suck because of the encoding, right? I realized we already had the ability to do this, right? We could just do obs.html. We can just plop this in a browser source, and you get my face for free. You get it for free over there. So that's kind of the new way. But we're currently going oob mode. We're trying to nail down what's going on with enemy encounters. Yeah, it is hype. I'm really excited to use it actually. It's going to be really fun, I think. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that's it. And now we're trying to we've made enemies spawn like normal Yellowberry, or at least we have some kind of. Can you disable channel point redeems when not live? Anything that has like a once per stream limit will be disabled when you're not live. So you could just set everything to have like a, you could do that. You can do it in that way, I think. I don't know what is your intended, what is the intention behind your question? What is this for? Hello, Scavenge by Sunset. What we're doing, it's for this Scavenge by Sunset. It's for this thing I just linked. We're building a little video game it runs in your browser with Rust, and we're currently working on enemy AI stuff. You can always enable and disable them through the API too, but I'm not doing that. Mine are frustratingly manual. Okay. The other things will have broken textures. I don't know why it's so many. Oh, because we didn't add other things to the random list. Let's look at the list again. Let's list them all out. We have bats, goblin, orc, rat. This looks cool. Thank you. We've been working a little hard on it. We're trying to make it's ostensibly like a little fan game for something. It's like a little dungeon crawler. You can try pressing space if you want the funny thing that is unique about it. If you press space, it does something cool. Yeah. The game, yeah, we've been improving it slowly but surely. I mean, God knows it should be better at this point. We've been working on it for fucking months, right? And it's supposed to be a small, contained project, so like it's not like it's, yeah. Oh, I think that's okay though. Well, I guess other people, I guess there are things that are ban worthy that people could do. That's good. The thing is, I can just make the redeems not do anything. Yellowberry HN. If I just don't run this process over here, if I don't run this process, no redeems do anything. Or if I don't start, WASP, the Emacs part, redeems don't do anything either. Like my model is like 2 degrees of separation from Twitch. Like everything goes from Twitch to the Haskell server to Emacs to the model. So we can easily turn it off. Or we can turn on only. I could probably set a mode. Is there a bug going north? Is there a bug going north? What are you encountering? I would love to hear about it if there's a bug. if this is the sort of thing we're looking for, because it's all like a custom engine, so like anything that's broken we have to fix. It's our own fault always. Let's generate all of those. Let's go to assets and also list them all there. Let's can we go to entity? Let's just list them all here too. Bats, goblin, orc, rat, slime, spider, troll. Is that it? I try and go and grab the sword. It doesn't. Oh yes. So if you're facing the sword and you just press 1, you'll get the sword. 1 is kind of like the controls are really bad right now. We're still testing. We're figuring that out. They will be configurable eventually. Right now the controls are WASD to move. 1 is like select. It's like the A button. 2 is like go back, or the B button. So if you press 1 on it, you'll get it, right? And you can attack. You have to like go into the menu. It's kind of cumbersome right now. Yeah, we will show the controls for sure. Like we're still kind of in like tech demo territory a little bit. Scavenged by Sunset. I want to do a lot with the controls and like a tutorial kind of thing. And they will be customizable. That's something we can just do, right? I keep saying that. Why don't we just do it? Like that seems pretty good. Do we have more enemies now? Let's test and see what we have. Let's pick up the sword too, so we have some. Let's wander around. It's also very green. We should make that be randomized based on dungeon level also, like the lighting, because we can heavily influence the lighting even if we have the same textures in the background, and that could really improve things, I think. The idea I was having originally was maybe to have like dungeon levels have kind of like themes. There's a spider. You see, the spider will attack us, right? If I end my turn, it'll attack. Like everything just works because all these sprite sheets are consistent, so things just like all we need is like more sprite sheets that fit this format and everything will work. We could also potentially give them a death animation. I think the sprite sheets have like if I ace sprites orc.png John orc, I think there are like hurt sprites down here by default. I don't know if there's an actual like hit thing we could use, but we could use one of these. We can use these as like facing direction hurt animations, I guess, like when you get hit. That seems doable. I think I am, like I've mentioned it a few times, I am just going to try and draw like sprites. I am just going to try and do this. Like I'm convinced that like at least like given like the basic style established here, I can create sprites that look similar by laboriously looking at a reference image and placing pixels one by one. I think I can do that. I think my capabilities are at that level, so like I'll feel better. Yeah, 1 and 2. I tried everything but that. Yeah, it's kind of, they're pretty bad. Hello, Talon 1024. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Hope you had a good stream today. How was it going? What were you up to? We're working on game dev a little bit. That's today's menu. And thank you for the follow, Scavenged by Sunset. I'm LLLL if you don't know me. I'm the letters guy. If you like what you see, we have a Discord and an IRC that you can come hang out. That's our area. What were you up to though? And welcome Tyrion Raider. Probably also the best way to improve is just to fucking try it and just do it. And if I can't do a 16 by 16 sprite, like literally what am I doing? I can put that together. These are even smaller than that, right? These are, what's the size of these? Like one's they're obviously bigger. They extend outside the borders of a cell. This it is 16 by 16. Like we can do this. I can make something that fits this area. That seems doable. Welcome. Okay. We're trying to add new guys. Is that a sprite? Yes, it is. We're trying to put new guys into our video game is the idea here, Talon 1024. And we have a bunch of sprites that we purchased a while ago, and we also have, so we've been putting them in. And it seems to be going pretty well so far. I mean, they just work out of the box, sort of, right? Like if we keep walking around, we'll eventually see a new guy. Let's don't take the stairs. Let's keep on wandering. But right now they all sort of behave the same way. Some of them have slightly different hit points. Some of them have slightly different like actions available that I don't even think they'll utilize. Like I don't think they'll attack twice on you. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. I don't even know how that will work. Troll sees you. Okay, here's a troll. Here's a troll guy. John Troll and Spider. John Spider also. It's sort of like if we attack this, and we can move. So we have such an advantage over the enemies that it's like it won't get truly engaging until we have a lot of it. I think like the thing is we're gonna need to have very high enemy density for this to be any good. And also like the enemies need to go kind of crazy, right? Like you're at such an advantage over the enemies by default, just by virtue of you move first and things turns end when they move. Like we need to have like ranged attacks. We need to have like cleaves and things. Like we need to, and finding the right way to like, it was consistent with the mask items of similar creatures. Yes. So the idea is the creatures, the player is the same as the other creatures, Failure. Because like we had ideas for items that were like steal enemy behavior, right? So it should be the case that the enemy like special attacks are determined by like special items that they hold that you can ostensibly get, right? So like there should be nothing that is player specific, I guess, is the idea. I don't know. We're figuring something out. So like what do we do? What do we do with this? Like where do we go? Can we do Isn't M Light Shyamalan game? Yeah, maybe so. It's sort of experimental. It's sort of experimental at the moment. Let's consider adding well, what are things we want? We want the little exclamation point pop up. We want a sound associated with that. We haven't done any sounds in so long. We should do a little sound for that, and we should also a little alert thing. Like let's make a thing right now. Let's make a thing right now. We can just do instead of talking about doing. Let's make a thing. It's 8 by 8 pixels. It's background transparent. It's RGBA. I have a 1 pixel brush. It's red. It's red. It's an exclamation point. Is that sensible? We probably want to be different. Probably want it to be an actual this kind of shape. Is that kind of shape good? Is that good? You're the monster the whole time. It kind of is supposed to be like that because it's like the player characters eventually. I'm thinking they have to have it'll probably be, you know, we could do like a slime girl, I think. Some kind of like vampire girl creature and then some other thing. Anime girls have an inherent appeal, I think, so it'll be pretty anime. There's a certain appeal to that sort of thing. If we save this to exclamation.png, I understand. Yeah, I mean, it's true. You need this. It's not even about sex appeal necessarily. It's about like, it's so inculcated in the culture, right? It's so like, it's become such a thing aesthetically that I think it's essential. Going for that, well, it's not that category. This game's also free. It's a free browser game, right? So that's ostensibly for practice and for promotion. Learn a mastering manga book. No, I'll pay. If we have the idea is we'll have do hack the planet. Good night, Kirsch. Also, thank you. Can we move? Where do we save that? Exclamation to source Colonq. No, not there. Source oubliette game. Source assets. The assets is under source because all the assets are baked into the binary. It's like Dead by Daylight meets Pac-Man. That sounds pretty fun. Is it 2D? Is it like a? I mean, they're kind of a similar. I kind of get it, right? Because they're in a similar sort of like thing. Like they're both sort of. Like is the idea? It's like Pac-Man where someone controls the ghosts, right? That's pretty good. I like that. Let's move that into textures misc. Let's see. Can we also go? What is the usual thing we use? JSFXer. I think is the thing. 8-bit sound maker. What's a good sound? Not tone. That's a pretty good sound, isn't it? Can you put, oh, please link whatever you want, please. Like if you're seen, maybe we want it to be a little bit lower. That's pretty good, isn't it? I kind of like that. We do other things. You'll use a web version of SFX because I don't want to install it. It's irritating. You use the mastering manga skills to make PCE, PC98 like art. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I need to get drawing. We gotta get drawing. I keep telling everyone. Oh hell yeah, very nice. Hippopotamus, animal. This actually kind of rocks. I like. There's something that's primally appealing and primally scary about running from a foe in a labyrinth. It's a very scary. I hope, please, I'm not logged in on Steam here. I'll wishlist this, and it's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Unreal's blueprint system feels good on my brain. Yeah. I haven't done that much myself, but if it helps you make things, I think that fucking rocks. I think yeah, that is a damn good thing. It's still a little irritating. Can we make it less irritating? Like what can we do that makes this a little less aggravating? That's pretty good. The masculine urge to reside in labyrinthine corridors. Yeah, it's like this. Like there's something like I don't know. Do you for me, I have a thing like I get super freaked out if there are people walking behind me. Like if there's someone like behind, I can't be like on the stairs or so. I have to like run. Right? I can't. That's a thing for me. Let's call this spotted.wave. Source oubliette game source assets audio. There, that's where it goes. Sounds like someone who's being hunted. Yes, I don't know. It's something like this. So it's just like there's something primally scary about that, of having someone behind who's pursuing you, who is behind you. Maybe it's just me though. I have this is like my I can't, being chased, being that it drives me. It's like instant like flight mode, right? Can we go? Let's make it play sound when we're spotted. When something spots you, let's do that. If we go over to update, there's plenty of SCPs around this horror, right? It's the fundamental horror behind that like, would you take a $10 million, but there's a snail that pursues you forever, and if it ever catches you, you die, right? It's that kind of thing, right? I don't know if I could deal with it. Of course, like there's funny ways to contain the snail or whatever, but like that's still it's a scary thing, right? It's not even the death. I fear being chased more than I fear death. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like this. I don't know. I don't think that's irrational even. I think there's a lot of things that are the death snail, but you get infinite gravel. Oh my god. Yeah, whatever sum of money probably buys a lot of gravel, right? Where does the aggro thing happen? Action, it happens in this is in game.rs. Where does aggro oh, here it is. How do we play sound effects again? I don't remember, but Jay-Z follows you around until you go to dinner with him. Yes. What if, can we say assets dot audio? Are we doing this anywhere? Where do we play audio? Where do we fucking play any audio? Here's music. Where do we play for hits? Where do we play for hits? I probably just went past it, didn't I? I did just go past it. Excellent. I just say this. I just say, yeah, very cool. Play SFX. Play SFX. What are we playing SFX for? We're playing SFX for for, what is this? We call it spotted. Is that what we're calling it these days? Audio spotted.wave. And then we just need to make sure we're loading this, which means we put it in this list, right? spotted.wave. Now if we go to oubliette, if something spots us, it will not play sound. It will not play sound at all. Okay, that's cool. Very, very neat. What's causing us grief here? We're calling it spotted.wave. Is it too quiet or something? Let's just put a thing in play SFX. What if we just say hit instead? So it plays the hit sound. Because we know that one plays. I mean, this should work. This should totally work, right? It should totally work. Oh, did we just not rebuild? Oh, it just hadn't rebuilt. It's just going weirdly slow for some reason. Let's... How strange. How deeply strange. I don't know why it's taking so long to rebuild these days. It used to be like instant. I guess another classic Rust update causing us to experience deep emotional turmoil incident. 2024. Let's do this. Okay, they spot you and it plays the sound. It was kind of loud because there's two of them. It's not very satisfying. I don't know if it sounds professional enough, right? It sort of sounds amateurish, this spotting sound. It needs to be better than this. Can we make it different? Like, is that good? Just a little bop, 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 bop. More or less, I mean, ideally, like something that is, what is the Metal Gear Solid? Is the like what does it sound like? It has this retracting sort of sound to it, doesn't it? It sounds like something is moving away from you. MGS alert sounds. What is it? Yeah. Like that. Being spotted is a big deal. I mean, it's less of a big deal here, right? We just want to indicate somehow, but like maybe that sort of like retraction thing is kind of nice. If we give it a long decay, that's not good. That's too much. I don't know. Do we want some kind of like little, what's a flanger? I don't know what that even is. That's kind of good. That's not bad. It kind of indicates that, okay, something maybe a little bit bad has happened. It sounds almost like the cry of some kind of wild creature, right? Which is pretty good. Has an arpeggio that could help. It could help. Chip tone. Oh, this is a lot. This might be too much. I don't know how to do all of these things. I'm too there's it could help. It could. I'm just gonna. This is a good link. Thank you. I'm gonna write this link down actually. In my little document, in my little book of tips and tricks. Yeah, that's yeah. I think it's similar sort of stuff, but the interface is way better. I'm gonna learn to use this. We'll put it. Where are we going? Org. Tools.org. Place. There we go. It sounds like the MGS. I see. Like, do we have... Can we increase the... This is pretty good. That's not bad. This is not bad at all. I kind of like this. Let's save this. Let's download pickupcoin.wav. We got there. Oubliette game assets, game source assets, audio spotted.wave. This should rebuild itself as we do. Still the old one. Where's our e-shell? Where's our e-shell? Where do you live? You're good now. Okay, spawn. Can we get foe? Can we get foe here? Where's foe? I should just ensure that there's some enemy in the start room so I don't have to do this. There we go. That's kind of nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, honestly, the thing to do would be to have some kind of like monster specific Foley sound, right? Like having a spider make some kind of spidery noise, right? I don't know if I like it makes it too, we're not really going for that level of realism here necessarily. I kind of like the little boink. The little boink is pretty good. Let's go down floor. Just let's hear it again. I need to hear that one more time. See if there's another creature down here. There's many. That was many sight. I need to make my audio handle not like overlapping playing the same thing at the same time, which just makes it sound really loud. I don't know how we handle that in the ideal world. Now we can't escape, we're dead. This is the question, isn't it? This is the question. Making sounds is hard. Yeah. I do not underestimate it. I think it'll sound, let's see how it sounds with the music too. That's another thing. If we put the music on also, let's see if this sounds like something sensible. Gotta rebuild. I have to start considering the size of the WASM also. I think it's already like kind of big because we're just like kind of baking in these assets willy-nilly. We have to consider what we want to do with that. I assume it probably compresses decently. Yeah, let's hear some guys. Does it fit? Yeah, that kind of fits. It's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. I don't mind that. Yeah. It fits the general feeling. I wonder if Pokemon Mystery Dungeon has a sound for this. I did, after the last time we worked on this, just go and start a run of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team so I can fuck around with the UI and stuff and like emulate things. Yeah, it only sounds really bad when there's multiple, like they're playing at the same time, right? That's no good. We should just play it once if anyone has seen us, right? That's the thing. We should play it once. Or maybe I should just add some like handling to the sound effects themselves, so it kind of works across the board. Instead of being, who knows? We shall see. We shall see. What is the sound effect? What does audio look like? What does audio look like? What does play SFX look like? We just get you get some random delay so it triggers separate. Oh yeah, that's very good. That is the sort of solution to this problem that I am extremely interested in. Delior. The question is, how do we do the delay? How do we handle the delay? Because we have to keep track. Like, how do we do it? How do we actually delay it? If there's a convenient way to, like, we're playing all the audio through this this little audio, like what is audio, how does audio actually fucking, it works differently than this. Where's game.rs? Audio is an audio context. Where is initialize audio being called? Well, probably by the actual engine. By the actual engine. Where is audio? Oh, it's up here. Here's our audio. Here's our audio. Here's our context, which is just okay. I think I get how this is laid out now. I wonder if we could set delay in here, right? I wonder if we could set. This is using the browser audio API. I wonder if that has some level of, like, if I say source dot please complete for me. Okay, we're not completing here. Source is a, what is this even? What is this even? I mean, this is the thing, right? We're calling create buffer source on audio, on WebSys audio context. Can we go to the MDN docs for this? MDN web audio. Let's see if we can delay something. Being able to ask for a sound to be played in X, yeah, that does seem incredibly useful, right? And we can either do the like basically the question is, where does the scheduling happen for that, right? We could be, if we are blessed by the gods today, that scheduling can happen in the web audio API and we don't have to care about it, right? If we are not, then the scheduling happens according to us, and we get to say, okay, X frames in the future this happens, right? We get to talk in terms of frames, and we have to keep track of, we have to do a lot more with our audio. Basically, we have to keep track of what's playing. It would be nice if this was the thing. If there was documentation about this. Maybe we can add some kind of node that does a delay. That seems possible. Audio node. Do we know all the nodes we have here? Oh, there is delay node. Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho. Look at that. Look at that there. We could just route. Oh. But are we hooking them all up to the same node? This might be too expensive, right? To create this delay, it seems kind of bad, right? It seems kind of ugly to me potentially. I don't know the costs involved in these things, right? Like this returns an audio buffer. We're just connecting it directly to the destination. I guess, can we control the delay node's delay? It's read only. Base audio context.create delay factory method. Sure. Yeah, it's probably immutable once we've made it, right? Like once we've made a delay line here, we have to make a new one potentially. I don't think this is good necessarily. You have like X delay nodes in dispatch. I guess that's possible. That's doable. Limited options, but it just seems bad to do. It seems better almost to let's just manage this ourselves. We don't care about this. This is irrelevant. We can just keep track of, oh god, the web audio API. It's so much, basically, right? Okay, maybe I have the wrong thing. It feels like very a lot. Every time I interact with it, I gain a sense of foreboding. That there's a lot of it, and I'm holding it the wrong way. So do we have something that do we have an audio? We have assets, right? Do we have any? Where do we hold our mutable state for this, right? Because really, we want some kind of audio manager, right? That has. So what it'll be instead is we have a little audio manager, because we already know how to play sound effects, right? We just want to delay them. So like, we probably have like set value at time. Oh my, yeah. I'm sure it's extremely scary. And we're gonna sidestep it because we know how to use it to play a sound effect, and we know how to use it to play music. And once we have that, like, we're good. We don't need anything else. We don't need anything fancy. We'll use what we have. We just need some way to keep track of the current, like the upcoming audio events, right? We need a thing that keeps track of frame, like we need some mutable hash map that lives somewhere with frame numbers and like events that are saying, okay, play this audio, play the sound effect with this name, and then we just every frame we just make sure to update that and start playing things and prune the thing as appropriate, right? That's all. And the advantage is maybe that makes it easier to keep track of this in a sensible way as well. Okay. Let's literally just put that on game.rs. Let's just make it all global state. Hello Gurutoro, also Synthon Wasm. Hopefully we're not having to do any audio other than, well, I do kind of want to do some fancy stuff, right? Like the thing, I don't want to creep the scope that much, but there's things I kind of like, okay, there's this, I want to kind of like do the funny, like it's kind of fun to like pitch shift things a little. We'll play with it. We'll see what we're doing. Definitely on other projects I'm going to want to do more than this, but like I think for now the thing we can do is literally just slap a thing onto our game state that let's call it something more sensible maybe. Let's make something that says we're going to call you audio manager. An audio manager delayed audio is scheduled to fire. You discover an enemy which fired the sound immediately. Does resolving this require fancy? I don't think so, because we're just gonna like we're just gonna give most things a random delay, right? And most things are probably gonna have a delay in terms of like less than the length animations take. I think it'll broadly be fine. It's fine if it's sometimes wonky as long as it's not usually wonky, right? I think in general things are fine. If it sounds like kind of strange, like 2% of the time or something, like that's okay. That adds a little bit of character. Audio, like what do we have here? We have pub enum audio events. I'm making this somewhat extensible. I don't know. We can worry about that later. We can cross that bridge when we come to it. Play SFX. What do we use? We just need the name of it, right? And let's literally just make that a static string, because it's always going to be a static string, and if it isn't, we're going to deal with the consequences. We shall deal with the consequences. Events is events. How do I make my development environment like yours? Well, there's probably quite a few ways to Chemical93, but welcome in, first of all. I'm just doing a lot of Emacs stuff. My config is somewhere, I think, public. Did I ever make the thing public? I think I did. If I didn't, well, we'll get it there. It's just, what I'm doing is I'm using Emacs, plus a lot of Emacs plugins, plus a lot of stuff I've written myself for Emacs, plus EXWM, which is probably the main part of it. But I'm happy to talk about any part of that. I bet like it's not really like you could emulate this whole thing with like Vim and Tmux or something, which is probably also gives you a pretty similar kind of deal. But of course I get, I have a little more consistency than that setup maybe. Hello Build Break Do also, thank you for the follow. We have a disciple here. I see. I know we have quite a few. If you're interested in learning more about this kind of stuff, about Emacs and Lisp and Rust and Haskell and things, we run a Discord and an IRC server that are like pretty active and have cool people. And like I answer questions there a lot, and like we just chat about computers and stuff we like, and like we share funny, we share funny things, and like it's kind of like that. It's a little our little area. How do I avoid making my... Yes, that's the question that people have not considered to start asking yet, but maybe that's the question maybe they should be asking. We plot this in a struct because maybe there's more stuff here at some point, and maybe we want to pass that, want to reference that independently. Sure. Let's just blah. Let's say assets pub audio is audio manager. Hell yeah. And we have also one of these. Why is this so laggy all of a sudden? I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Something. We gotta get a better setup here. Today has actually I'm maintaining, I'm always cool of heart. I always maintain my cool demeanor. The first word people think of when they think of Colonq generally is cool. It's kind of cool. That guy, he's kind of cool and slick, isn't he? He sort of has a cool nature to him. He's always keeping it cool. Today I'm raging with the fire of the Colonq cool, right? I'm raging with the fire of the volcano. I'm feeling iron thewed. I'm feeling extremely aggravated about that computer setup, that computer situation earlier, the OBS thing. I'm feeling really bad about it, honestly. And it's going to hopefully motivate me to do something good. Please be welcome, ORZ. Yes. It's true. I think he's in ASCII. Is that the first thing you think of? Okay, we have audio manager. Excellent. We can now say audio manager new, like we are living well in our life. Why is this in such a strange order? I don't know. Well, it's okay. Audio is audio manager new. Yes, very good. Very good. And what else do we want on audio manager? We also want updates. We also need to update on audio manager. And that needs to take Thank you. I put the closest Gen 3 nature to cool at relaxed. Is this the I like how we jumped directly to Gen 3 also. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Semafreen, are you an old friend, or did you change? Are you an old friend or a new friend? Did you change your name? Are you here for the first time today? Are you an old? No, you've been here a little bit before. You've been here a little bit before. I was like, maybe you're okay, good. Okay, good. I was like, maybe you changed your name weeks ago or something, and I didn't miss you. I missed you. I was like, damn. Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you. It's hard to keep track. I'm pretty good at names. I'm pretty good at associating people to names once I see the name, right? But I'm really bad at keeping track of like the name changes. That's not my forte for sure. What do we do here? Let's just leave that as it is. And let's not even have new. Let's not even have any method. Let's just make this, let's not worry about that. Let's plop this in here. Audio. I like your song, Takeda. Okay, we put this up here, and then let's just do it all. Let's just make like methods on game that do sound effects and things, right? Because you already have to like, let's just do things like that, right? So like, play SFX and mute self. ST is I like to play it too much. I see. This is it's a good little jingle. Oh, did you generate can we see? Can we see? The ghost arrived. Yes, there it is. Very nice. Thank you. State. And then this is going to be, let's call this QSFX. This is going to be, we don't need the state here probably. Oh, we do. We do need the state to get the tick. This is going to be name is in static, or just any string reference. No, we'll do this because we're going to put it in the hash map directly. And then this is, what's this other thing here? Make for a good ringtone? Yeah. This is delay. Delay is the frame count that we're going to delay it for. And all this is going to be is, all it is self.audio.events.insert the key, oh, we need to have non-overlapping This is trash. This is trash. We just need to have a list. It's not a hash map at all. It's just a queue. Not even a queue. It's just a list that we are going to linearly search. It's not like it's going to be fucking huge, right? It's like we have a list with maybe 5 or 10 items. It's fine to just linearly search it every time. It's a an audio event itself has. This is all wrong. All wrong. This is like this, right? This is like pub frame I32, and this is like pub name static string. It's always gonna be play SFX, right? And this is literally just a we're gonna be removing elements a lot. Is this actually? I feel like this might actually be a linked list. It doesn't. Let's not worry about it. It's not time. It's not time to worry about that now. In any case, we'll consider that if it matters. It doesn't matter. I'm just too linked list. I'm too up on. I love linked lists so much. I want my strings to be linked lists. I want everything to be a linked list. This is now vec new. Where's the problems? Here it is. This is now push. It's push audio event, and then name is what we expect, and frame is st.tick plus delay. Yes, good. And then we also have update s of x. I'm sorry. It's starting to really be summer, I think, in the northern hemisphere, right? I know a lot of Europe, it's very uncomfortably hot right now. Although uncomfortably hot for Europe always is like, I always just sort of politely, I think the Europeans are largely in bed by now. I always sort of politely nod when they're like, oh god damn, it's so hot, and they give me some Celsius temperature, and the Celsius temperature is like 80. It's like 80 Fahrenheit, and I'm like, damn, what's going on with your auto completion? Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because of a bug, because when the autocomplete menu goes wider than the screen, it does this. I've been meaning to fix it for a long time, but I haven't. I don't know why. I sort of keep hoping someone else will fix it for me, but no one. It's up to us, I think. Welcome in K Ross Z. Also, welcome. We're making this little video game. That's the we're failing to build because Emacs. Well, it's not even. It's because of an Emacs package. You know how it goes. It's probably because of me, honestly. I'll just blame myself. I should blame myself. We're making this game today. That's the idea. We're making a little browser game. You can play it here, or quote unquote play. You can interact with it there. Self st is state, and what do we do here? Well, we need to check. We need to iterate over everything, right? We need to. For EV in self.audio.events. Is there a convenient way to iterate while removing? Probably not. We probably need to do this in a different kind of way. Also, if we're going to be removing things by equality, we probably need to make audio event derive. How do we do this? I always forget every time. Sure, do the whole thing. Debug, partial eq. Sure. Can we go down? Okay, sure. For all the events, Rust iterate while removing. Is this an option for us? Remove an element while iterating over it. We have a convenient way. Particles or vec retain. You can decide for that seems like just the right thing for us. Dot retain. Retain only the elements specified by the predicate. Remove all elements E for which FE returns false. Is there a way that we can do this? I guess that is literally what we want. That's actually the entire thing that we want. We're not modifying them. EV. Okay, cool. EV dot. Now we check if EV dot frame less than or equal to st dot tick. Then else we return true. Otherwise we keep it. If it's less than tick, we return false and we play it, right? We say, where's our play SFX here? Frame. Here we go. That's what we do. We play name. We play ev.name. Okay, that's it. We just call this every time now. And we can just call this. We can just call this. Play queued sound effects, which is just self dot update sfx st. Very good, very good. So now we can hopefully cue some sound effects. So play sfx. Instead of calling this directly, we can say self dot cue sfx state hit 0. And we can randomize this a little bit also. We can make this, I don't know. I don't know what we want to randomize for. Let's just start making it. Let's make it, if we say 60, the hits will occur 1 second after, right? That'll be kind of amusing. It'll let us know if this works at least. Let's go down to oubliette of general. Okay, please refresh yourself. Are you broken? What are you broken about? What are you complaining about here? Second mutable bar occurs. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I see. I see what your gambit is. It's st.tick is a u64. I got you. I understand. You're just not telling us your errors. As I32, we want to cast that one because we want the comparison to be sensible. Oh me, oh my. I guess it'll be sensible either way if they're always going to be both positive, but you know, we might as well oh fuck, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do the thing. Audio event, let's make it a U64. Frame down here. Less than st.tick. Sure. And then what's happening is the QSFX. The problem is that this is borrowing the whole and mute self, where the same thing we've encountered so many times. Let's just replace this with, where's our update SFX? It's right here. Literally just, this is short enough that we don't care about it. Delete this. There's a reason we put this on a separate struct. We already know. Now up here in Audio Manager, we say impl Audio Manager. Place this here and mute self. Now it's self instead of self.audio. We still take state. QSFX can now be self.audio.qsfx, and everything is good. Everything compiles. Excellent. We have arrived. We have arrived, as they say. Let's wait for it to build. I don't know why it's building so slowly. We'll debug these things. We'll solve the problems as we go. You know, we know how we do it. I think we might actually, before the next stream, I might have to update my whole NixOS situation. That seems maybe sensible. It's not giving us the thing that says it's serving. Can we see a faux? I want to hear if there's a delay. I want to see the 1 second delay on the faux. Where are you? Where is the faux? Hello? Excuse me? Where do you live? Where do you live? Hello ABC123 again. Thank you for double boost. Faux check. Faux check. Here's faux. And my turn. There's a 1 second delay. This seems longer than 1 second. Maybe it's right. Good morning. I think it's fine. That's okay. We'll deal with that. It's clearly if it's less than 1 second, it's because our frame rate's mad inconsistent. due to potentially the same problem that is plaguing us. Good morning, ABC. Is that all that she wrote? Is that all that she metaphorically wrote? I think perhaps it may be. I think that's pretty good then. I think honestly, where are we queuing our SFX? Let's try queuing them by a random amount. When we do hit and other thing. Like if I say rand thread RNG dot gen range, I don't know, between 0 and 10 frames, 0 and 9 frames maybe. Is that a sensible thing to do? Spotted. Similarly for spotted. Let's try that between 0 and 10 frames. Second link of bells is definitely weird. I want to do a smaller texture and I scale up to my Windows surface size. However, I have to iterate over my destination buffer. Is there not a way to map from the source smaller buffer to the larger surface buffer? I mean, like, how are you scaling it up, right? I mean, we're like, no matter what, you got to be doing, like, it's going to be doing that kind of iteration, right? Like iterating over it by hand, iterating over it by hand. Yes, they're for different streams. Iterating over it by hand is not probably the way. I mean, I guess fundamentally it is the way, but like your whatever graphics library probably has. I guess you said you were doing. Did you say you were doing it in software? No method found gen range. What are we talking about here? Where does? Huh? Dot gen. There is gen range. I have to use rand RNG. Yes, of course. Traits. You know how they do it. You know how these traits do the thing. It's in software. Yeah, I assume you have to. I mean, you have to upscale it, right? Like, there's no. Fundamentally, like, you have to eventually at some point. So, like, that's. Yeah. I don't think there's a way to get around doing that. It shouldn't be that expensive though, right? It's basically I mean, I guess it's kind of like you have to like sample and you have to think about like how you're upsampling it, right? Whether you're doing like nearest neighbor or whatever. But even then it shouldn't be that hard. Like, computers are pretty fast. CPUs are pretty fast. Okay, can we get the sword? Sword, please. It's just nearest neighbor. Yeah, I imagine it's not. Yeah, that's what I assume, given your like saying that it's saying that you're upscaling in the first place. See, that was randomized. They went like budui, right? They saw at different times. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't mind it. Okay, I consider that mission accomplished, honestly. That's pretty fucking good. We're getting there. We're making Rise and Fall game. Hell yeah, you know it. You already fucking know it. Has it been the time? Has it been a million 7 hours? Has it been that time? I think this is sort of a natural stopping point, I think. So I think it's time to raid somebody. Who's even online today? Who's around and on here and playing, doing something good? Can we see people? Can we see? It's only been 4. Yeah, we gotta go for another 3 hours. CM Griffing is live. CM Griffing has been raiding us sometimes. We like CM Griffing. We can go say hi over there. That seems like not a bad thing to do. Thank you everybody for hanging out today. It's been a pleasure as always. I know we had our trials and tribulations. Yeah, if you like what you saw, we'll be back on Friday. You can we'll chat there though. We'll catch up in the meantime. And we gotta generate our thing. Thank you, K Ross, for the follow. Also, can I generate our newspaper? We have this thing. We have this redeem that's a newspaper. And we publish a newspaper every stream based on headlines that people submit. So here's today's newspaper, the effort posts. And we share it. And sometimes there are funny things that come out of it. But it's regardless, it's sort of a nice historical summary of things that happen on the stream. I think we'll rate. We're rating into CM Griffing, right? Let's slash raid over there. CM riffing. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it so much. It's so good to have people to talk to, and I hope you had a happy Yuri day. I hope you had a fun day today. I don't know. I don't know. It's good. It's good. We'll be back on Friday. Much love as always. We'll raid with Joel, or you know what we do. You know what we do at this point. We spam that little fish.
First blood.
And thank you GigaShrimp_LE for the follow. I'll be back. More activities. 2 days, 3 days. Join Discord. Say hello, hi, love you. Okay, much. I'm clicking the button. I'm clicking. See you later. Okay, EXO.